very good morning to you. Welcome to Shop on TV. My name is Shona. Great to have you company this morning. And no, we get loads of amazing deals here at Shop on TV, but this is a proper, stonkingly good deal. So please don't go anywhere. We have got your M Sport waterless wash and wax, but you're actually getting 10 pieces in this kit for £20. This is just crazy. That works out, well, it depends how you want to look at it, £2 an item, but also each one of your waterless wash and wax does about 5 medium-sized cars. So that's £2 inside and out, because you've got everything for the outside of the car and for the inside of the car, for those shiny tyres and to protect your windscreen from the rain and the road film as well. So absolutely everything you could possibly want at this incredible price. Now your item number is 262677. £20 is all you need to find tonight. Now, I have got an amazing guest with us, a total expert when it comes to cleaning your car, getting that showroom finish, our lovely Alan. But before we show you some live demonstrations, let's go through absolutely everything that you have got in this deal. Now, you do have 2 litres of your waterless wash and wax, and we'll explain exactly what that means in a moment, but it is incredible. Have a look at this.
Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here, the M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it, all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
So around 10 medium-sized cars out of these 2 litres. Then this is something you're never going to want to be without, especially at the moment. I tell you what, the drive I had down today in the terrible rain, I needed this incredible rain shield for my windscreen. Have a look at this.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
Let's share the 4th item in this 10-piece kit now. This is your tyre shine. There's nothing better than that gorgeous look of those brand new tyres, is there?
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
So we've sorted the outside of the car. It's looking pristine, like it's just driven off the forecourt of the showroom. What about that new car smell inside? You open the doors and you go, oh, it smells like a brand new car. There we have our fabric and our leather upholstery cleaner.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side, or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
We're only halfway through. Now we have got your 6th item, which is all about keeping that cockpit dust free. I don't know about you, but it doesn't seem to make any difference when I take a duster over the top. Within about 30 seconds, it looks dirty again. Not when you use your M Sport.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
And you've seen in all of those clips, Alan has been using microfiber cloth. So the best thing to use with your M Sport kit, you're going to get 4 of these. They are machine washable. You can use them time and time again. You don't even have to just use them with your M Sport. You can use them all around the house. Top tip though, don't use any fabric softener with them because that will affect the microfiber from actually pulling away. It uses a static charge almost to pull all of the muck and grime away from your surfaces. Loads of uses for your M Sport, not just for your car, caravans, motorcycles, bikes. You can even use it on your UPVC. You can use it on your shower screens as well. Now, this is a 24-hour only deal. An incredible deal of just £20, replacing all sorts of yucky things around the house. And if you don't like getting all soaked and wet and yucky when you go out to clean your car, what a perfect alternative.
Perfect alternative. No buckets, no hoses, no pressure washers, nothing like that. In fact, what we've done is, just behind Shona there, we have a few things that now I mean just, the waterless wash wax gets rid of, okay? And a very beautiful you are too. And the cloths will get rid of. Not to talk about the inside and everything, that's glass cleaners and stuff like that. That's bug cleaners. You don't need buckets, you don't need so many things. You get the idea.
Everybody has access to water anyway, even if you want to use it. If you're in an apartment, for example.
Yeah, if you use a multi-story car park, for your parking at your apartments or something like that, you need something. I've been using these products for donkey's years, okay? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room here, because people say to me all the time, Alan, if I use that and there's dirt on my car and I go to clean it like so, it's surely going to scratch my car with the bits of grit grime and stuff like that.
So we've got bits on here.
Look at this here.
Do you have to not shower that off first?
No. So it's absolutely fine. Now, if your car is caked with mud, of course, we would address that and get rid of, thick mud that's dried in. But have a look at this. This is kind of everyday dirt that you would have, what it would look like on your car. Bits of grit. It could be the salt that they're going to be putting on the road soon as the temperatures plummet. Just road traffic film. This is just to represent bird poo on this here. It could be tree sap, etc.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but a bird poo.
Yes.
You don't want to leave that on your car, do you?
No, it has enzymes and acids in it that actually can burn through the lacquer of your car and then get in and destroy the paint as well.
You really want to get that off.
Get rid of that completely. But also, this is great because the black parts of your car, like these little sprayers, spray nozzles for the plastics and the rubber surrounds of your car, they get damaged. They go kind of a grey colour. That's UV damage. This has a natural UV protection in it, which I'll get to in a while. But let me show you how this works. So, I'm going to do half this bonnet. This came from a breaker's yard. This already has marks on it. It's had its life. So what I would do is I would spritz on the M Sport like that. Now, I can tell you this now. Shona already said to you, and she's absolutely correct, between 4 and 6 average size cars, Ford Focus size, let's call it.
Okay.
You're going to do 5. Is a good number. But what I will say to you is you will get less at the beginning because you'll use this too much. I know you will. So when you see now where the grit is, what's happened is that on this there are 2 things happening. Petroleum distillates are starting to break down the road traffic film, the organic dirt, etc., etc. But what's happening then is the surfactants are getting underneath those bits of grit and encompassing them and encapsulating, so getting them and covering them and lifting them away from the surface.
So that's why it's not going to scratch.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, what we do is we don't work hard. Please trust me on this. I know I don't like working hard, and I always joke about it, but I really mean this.
Lazy.
Please do not work hard with this, because the harder you try to work, the less effective it is. That's all I need to do, the bare weight, just to keep the cloth in my hand, and there's where the dirt goes to then onto that cloth.
Yes.
Now you get that, that's your cleaning cloth. You would continue to use that for cleaning, but now we can see that doesn't look very good. We can see that the reflection is not very reflection-y. So what I'm going to do is get my buffing cloth, and again, I'm just now going to go over this very lightly. Again, remember, please, no hard work, because hard work is counterproductive with this. You must go very light over this to get those microfibers to start activating the carnauba wax in here to give us that brilliant shine. Now, bearing in mind, this has come from a breaker's yard, and we've done this underneath the lights here in the studio. Have a look at the difference between here and here. And do you remember that reflection? Well, it's a lot more reflection-y now, isn't it?
Very reflection-y. It looks fabulous. It looks brand new, and it is. We're also very proud of our motor vehicles,
of course
whether it be our cars, our motorbikes, our motorhomes. So we want them to look fabulous, but sometimes it's really difficult to keep them looking with that showroom shine.
But here's the thing about it is, right, so we talked about surfactants and petroleum distillates, okay? Well, let me show you the other magic ingredient in this, okay? It's called carnauba wax, okay? And this is what carnauba wax looks like. Now, you may say, I know that name, carnauba wax. How do I know that product? Well, it's in lipsticks. It's in lots of different things that are made in the world, okay? Carnauba wax is the most expensive wax on the planet. It is the one with the highest melting point. It has a natural UV protection, and it has a natural protection against bird poo. So now we know that every time we clean the car and we polish that, up comes that beautiful shine. We're getting the protection from the UV damage, we're getting the protection from the bird poo, and because it's the hardest wax on the planet, we're getting that really super, super hard protective coating on here. So when we do go down the side roads or the back roads, and you get those little trees or the twigs coming out, and you rub against them because you're moving over, it's going to help protect against those scratches too, because it is so tough.
So it's a proper triple threat, this, because you're cleaning your vehicles or whatever it is that you're deciding to clean with this. You're polishing them, giving that lovely showroom finish, but you're protecting as well with this wax.
Absolutely, cleans, polish and protect. But also, you've seen how quickly you can do this as well, so it really doesn't take long to do it. Sometimes what we'll do is myself and Ellie will go out, I'll spray with one cloth, spray and then clean, she'll just keep following behind and she will just do the buffing on it. And it's great. And then open the doors and do it on the door sills, do it on the inside part of the doors, you know, the side part. Use it around, you know, all of the wheels, your tyres, and then use your tyre shine. And after that, you can use it on plastics, you can use it on rubbers, you can use it on glass, you can use it on pretty much every surface. And by the way, just quickly to say to you, use this indoors as well in the house.
I mean, I remember years ago that you actually gave me this top tip about using it in your shower screen.
Shower screen is great.
Of course, it does have that amazing kind of almost like waterfall effect.
Yes.
Because of the protection. So therefore, of course, then if you're using it on your shower screens, the nasty soapy water's just going to literally
it glides off, and then you get
off.
less of that lime scale kind of marks left after that, that kind of chalky marks that you get. So it does genuinely help that. But it also helps to break that down if you have got an issue there at the moment. It helps to break that down. Use it on your high glass cabinets in your kitchens and stuff like that. Don't use it on floors because it'll be slippery on tiles. Use it on UPVC. You can use it on your glass. You can use it on mirrors. I'll be using it later on a mirror just to show you as well. Conservatories, all those things.
Composite front doors, all of those sort of things.
Yep.
Of course, Alan's just used one of the products in your 10-piece kit. So remember, you've got your waterless wash and wax from M Sport, but you've also got all of those extras. You've got your tyre shine, you've got your rain shield. We're going to show you all of this as we go through the show. You've also got your interior, you've got the cockpit, and you've got your upholstery cleaner, whether it be fabric or whether it be leather. And of course, you do get your 4 microfiber cloths in there. £20. This is a 24-hour deal only, so do please make sure you get this into your basket. Could you tell me a little bit about the brand?
Yeah, of course, M Sport, World Rally Championship team. They're up in Cockermouth. That's where they are, up in the Lake District. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a private team. But what they did was basically they got together with the company who actually make this and said, look, we need something because, number one, we've got all the different rally stages. So we've got, the forest, we've got, road, we've got, the muddy type ones and stuff. And they wanted something that they could use, but also they wanted something to use on the cars that they build for their customers to go out with the greatest shine. And they sat down, and if you actually go up, and I've been there a few times to their, well, it was the little clips you saw was done up there with one of the rally cars. If you go into the, in where they actually build the cars, so they run Ford Fiestas, that kind of thing, Ford Focus. They will get, what they have to do is get a road going car, then they have to strip it out, and then they have to build it and turn it into a rally car. But they have to start by the rules with that. But then when they've built it, the guys, the mechanics all have these trolleys with all of their tools in it, and what you will find on there is a bottle of that, and you will find some microfiber cloths, and they finish the car off with that before it goes to a customer.
Amazing. So you're getting that rally finish, you're getting that amazing showroom finish on your car, your motor vehicle, perhaps your bike, perhaps your caravan, maybe. Could you use it on a boat?
Absolutely, 100%.
Brilliant. Now, we have got a demonstration that we do want to share with you, which is rather extreme. I think this is actually on your car.
This is my very own car. You sat upstairs and you saw this. You said, why would you do that? And I said, well, watch what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch this little piece of film, because if you are thinking, well, it won't get tough stains off, think again.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay, even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you'd think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and it is super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
I still cannot believe that, on that beautiful car of Alan's. But you see, that is the confidence that this product is going to do the job for you. Remember, that's just one of all of these incredible products you're getting. It's a 10-piece kit, a 24-hour deal, just £20. Now, driving down today, Alan, I was saying about the motorway was horrendous. The rain was absolutely lashing. It was difficult to see people. It was difficult to see the cars in front. And I was just sort of thinking about keeping our cars, not just making them look pretty, the aesthetics of it, but the safety aspects of keeping our cars clean.
Well, you think about it, again, when I was, the wind tonight as well was unbelievable, and the rain was literally just sheeting across. So when you think about it, our headlights are what help us to see, okay? So that's what lights up the road in front of us. It's important to keep them clean, but our brake lights, I think, are as important as well, because that's how other people see you. So you're driving down the road, you put on your brakes. If it's full of dirt, which often it is, they are, you're not going to be as visible, okay? So it's really important to keep them clean. Now, what you're probably thinking at home is you're probably thinking, yeah, but if I clean my car, they're going to be clean anyway. But yes, but what happens when you use M Sport? It helps to keep things cleaner for longer, okay? And it brings them up to a better level of cleanliness as well. So what I like to do is I like to do this demonstration with this headlight just here, just to show you just a little demonstration, just to say, look, if you're, and I know this is quite extreme, but I want you to see that in behind any headlight there is a lot of technology goes on with new bulbs that they have now and stuff like that, but also the reflective material at the back of the light that reflects that light forward. So if the light can't get out, you're not going to get such a good light, are you? So I'm going to clean this. So I want you to have a look at that now. Just take that in for just a second, and then I'm going to clean that. I'm going to turn it around towards me. I'm going to clean it and then show you that difference and that, okay?
And we just, all of the products that you are using to simulate road dirt. As you say, the sort of yellowy stuff that we're seeing could be bird poo.
Yeah.
Could be stains from all sorts of, you know, we run over creatures, unfortunately, sometimes on the road, and that's going to come up, especially going to come up on our lights, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Now, looks a bit better, doesn't it? Check
It
that
does.
out. Okay, but
Already.
not quite done yet.
That was just
okay?
the cleany bit.
That's just the cleaning bit. But I want you to see what the buffing actually
Okay.
does. So I want you to see this actually happen, okay? So let's turn that there and just show you as we buff this up. Wow. Look at the shine that we're getting on this light. Now, as I said, what we have is
bits that you wouldn't even know were in there.
well, that's exactly what I was saying to you. Look at behind there, you can see all of those reflective bits just there. Now that light can get out properly, but here's the thing, Shona, is that, you know, you have now cleaned that much better. It's going to stay cleaner for longer, and that light's going to be able to escape so much better. And it really is that easy to do. Now, I know this is quite extreme to have that much dirt on it, but you could be driving down the road with people. Okay, here's a little thing for you, right? Here's a little scenario. So if you're driving down the road, coming down in the rain, and there's cars in front of you, or, you know, when it's wet or whatever, how often are you using your wash wipe for your windscreen?
A lot.
A lot.
Yes.
Now, every time you do that, because you cannot see out, okay, all of the time that you're doing that and cleaning your windows, your lights are not. They're getting that dirt, and they're getting the same amount of dirt because they're right in front of the car as your windscreen. So therefore, they're getting filthy and filthy.
I think
So
that's
if we can
a really
help
good
keep them cleaner.
analogy, actually, because we know that when we're driving, we are very aware of how many times we do the squeegee or whatever you
Yep.
want to call it, your,
Yep.
your windscreen wash. But you're absolutely right. It may be getting even more dirt because
You
it's
could argue that point.
lower to the ground.
And it's flat that way rather than at an angle.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing: people think that glass is really like if you just run your fingers over that, right? It's really smooth. And if you do that to any glass, it always feels smooth. But if you look at glass under a microscope, it is literally like a mountainous range.
It is. It's like the surface of the moon.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it, almost?
crazy because, and that's the imperfections, because it's not, there's tiny imperfections in it, but they're so small that we can hardly see them or feel them. But dirt and water can hang on and grip onto those imperfections, and it's what happens is when the water with the dirt in it clings on here, the water evaporates away, it leaves the dirt behind. And then what happens then after when that happens is it gets dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. But once we've used this here and put the carnauba wax that's inside of this M Sport, what happens is there's less places for that water to grip onto, so therefore it runs off and takes the dirt more with it more.
You said, you know, when we first do this, we might over-egg the pudding. We might put a wee bit too much on.
Yes.
And as we protect as well, give that coating, is that also going to help us maybe monitor how much we use and we use less?
Yeah, and you will need to use less, because the more of this you use, you're building up that carnauba wax protection. And yeah, absolutely, you'll find after a while that you'll use less. And I know some people who will get, we've always got to err on the side of caution when we say things. So we say 4 to 6, you know, medium-sized cars. I know people who get 10 washes from it because they use so little, and they'll go out every week because their car, the reports I get back are, my car's just not as dirty, so I'm kind of doing it on every Sunday or whatever day of the week they like to do it, and I don't feel I have to do it.
Or maybe once a
use less.
fortnight
Once a
instead.
fortnight.
That would be nice,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? I mean, how much are you spending at the moment? If you're taking it down to a local car wash, for example, and you're taking it through, or you're getting one of the guys that do it in these pop-ups that do that for you. I was asking a friend today, they were saying if they did the outside and the inside, it was about £16. But my producers just said, you know, it was £25 for her inside, and that she lives in a very posh area.
And she does,
obviously.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
She has a Rolls Royce.
but whichever way you look at it, £16, £7 even. If you break this down, your whole kit, your 10-piece kit, because remember you've got your outside protection, cleaning, polishing and protecting, and you've also got all of those inside products too, and you get the cloths to make the light work of it, which of course are reusable because you can pop them in the washing machine. It works out, if we do err on the side of caution, the 5 cars per bottle, we're actually talking of £2 a clean, inside and out. I have to say that is a bargain.
It is a bargain.
A
It certainly is.
proper bargain.
Yeah. And it really does work extremely well as well when you use this in the cockpit. Whatever formulation these guys have come up with, when you use it in there, you just wipe it off. And especially like in my car where I have the gear lever, there's a little bit of chromy silvery bit, but it's not shiny chrome. It's kind of a little bit duller. And I used to have the devil's own job trying to clean it. But honestly, with that cockpit shine, spritz a little bit on and just rub it over. It just takes all of those marks away from it. It's really brilliant. And for 20 quid for that whole pack. Remember I said to you, actually, I'll tell you folks at home, because I told Shona this earlier, I went in today to buy this light in one of those car part places. And when I was there waiting for the guy to bring it out to me, just on the little shelf they were selling microfiber cloths, and they were tiny, and I could see by them they weren't good quality.
Right.
And there was 6 of them for £4.95. And they weren't even the quality of these ones. So even if we say a £5 for those 4 cloths, well, at least 15 quid for. So you could do the math whatever way you want to, but by goodness, I can tell you that this is just and one of the things actually it bugs me a lot is that it's such good value that people at home, you guys will think, for 20 quid it can't be that good. I promise you this. It is extraordinary.
It's effective, it's efficient, it's super quick, it's super easy to use. Now, I want to show you something else that drives me doodle.
Yes.
These little flies that get on my windscreen. And how on earth do you get them off? Well, I tell you what, if you use your M Sport.
Have a look at the bugs on the front of this. We drove up here yesterday, 5.5 hours to get here, so we've picked up some bugs. So what I'm going to do is spritz that on.
I mean, they are normally a nightmare to get off.
Well, they get really solid on there, don't they? And they become a real issue.
When the sun comes out, it's like they're baked on
baked onto it as well. Now, sometimes you might leave to give it a couple of seconds like this, but watch this, look. You can see the bugs where they are here, just being cleaned away and nothing being left behind. Now, I'm going to implore of you, ladies and gentlemen, please do not push hard on this. This is not last night's burnt on dinner that you're trying to get rid of with a scouring cloth. This is your pride and joy at your car. Let the ingredients inside of the M Sport waterless wash wax do the work for you. No hard work. That suits Alan down to the ground. And now you can see the difference on that in just a couple of seconds.
Just suit Alan down to the ground. It suits all of us, because if we can get a bit of time back as well, we can get more time to enjoy our lives and enjoy our vehicles, then why not? And at this amazing, amazing deal, which is only for 24 hours, remember. Now, if you do want to multi-buy, you can do that. You could put 2 of them into your basket, and at that point, of course, you would be able to use your PayPal in 3. Anything over £30, of course, you can go onto the website as well, ShopOnTV.co.uk, load your basket up. If it's anything over the £30, you will be able to spread that cost interest-free and no additional charges with your PayPal in 3. But if you have just joined us, very warm welcome to Shop on TV. My name's Shona. It's great to have your company. Let's show you everything you're going to get in this 10-piece bundle. Because actually, if you break this down, this is inside and outside your car, and average 5 in each of these bottles, 5 medium cars. That's £2 a valet. Inside and out. Just do the maths yourself. I know that you're realising that this is a fantastic deal. That's why we're so super busy. But let me show you everything you've got. I'm going to start with the hero product, which is your waterless wash and wax. Not only does it clean, but it polishes and it protects.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with 1 microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it, all from 1 single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
Well, just one part of your 10-piece bundle there. Now, what about the windscreen? How dirty does that get? But also, how frustrating is it when they've got driving rain and actually even the windscreen wipers don't seem to be moving the water quickly enough? When you use your rain guard, it's going to be a complete game changer.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
Now, I have to say, when you get new tyres on your car or when you get a brand new car, there's nothing better than that kind of glossy finish to them, is there? Well, you can achieve that at home with your M Sport tyre protector.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
Oh, it looks fabulous. I love that. So once you've got the outside of your car looking absolutely fabulous, showroom ready, let's go inside, because there's nothing better than that new car smell. How are we going to achieve it? So super easily with your fabric and your leather upholstery cleaner.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
And your sixth item within your 10-piece bundle is your cockpit cleaner. I've had to really careful about how I said that. But I have to say, not only does it clean and keeps the dust away, but it smells fabulous.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
And then, of course, you do get your 4 microfiber cloths, and they are fabulous quality. Alan was saying a little bit earlier, if you were with us, that he went into a car parts company today to get the light to clean for you here. And he said there was a pack of, did you say 6 or 5? 6 for £4.95, for £5. So crazy, and they weren't great value, they weren't great quality. These are beautiful, they wash brilliantly, they really do, and just don't use any fabric softener. Now do remember, this is a 24-hour deal, £20. It's an amazing price. You can see how much it would be normally. I have to say, even at $34.99, it is worth every penny for all of these products. But you don't need to spend that, just £20 tonight. And of course, if you do multi-buy, if you do go onto the website and you get your basket over 30, you can use your PayPal in 3 as well. But so many uses for these, Alan, aren't there? It's not just about your cars, your motor vehicles, your bikes. You can also use it inside the house as well.
Yeah, your mirrors, your glass, your plastics, your you can use on your chromes as well, so your taps and your shower heads and things like that. So yeah, you can really get to use this indoors as well. High gloss kitchen cabinets is brilliant on as well. Splashbacks as well, because it helps to keep the oil when it splatters tyres easier to clean as well. It doesn't quite stick so badly there either.
I suppose
But that really is a
also
wonderful
in
pack.
bathrooms as well. You know, the condensation
Yep.
that builds up, and
Yep.
that can leave streaks even when it's not dirt. So
Yeah,
it's
it'll help it
brilliant
run
for
off a
that.
lot better as well. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It really is. In fact, you could clean. You could use because Gemma, our producer, said as well. You could use the rain guard on your glass shower screen, which would be a great idea. A lot of them are plastic, but if you do have a glass one, yeah, you can absolutely use that.
Now, one of the kit, one of the bundle is a tyre dressing.
Yes, yes.
So are we using that on this, or are we cleaning the alloys?
So what we're going to do is we're going to clean the alloy, and we're going to do kind of half and half here,
Lovely.
okay? Yeah. So again, this is just simulated dirt, as you can see, just to show you how well this works. So you can see that just there, what it looks like, and we can see how dull the actual rubber surround is. So I'm going to do half of this. I'm going to clean half. So we'll take a little picture of that, and you will see exactly what that looks like now, and you'll see in just a few minutes. Now, a couple of things. Again, I was talking about the elephant in the room. I just want you to know that don't worry about thinking that if you spray this and you get it onto the brake discs that it's going to cause any problems. It won't.
No issues.
Because the minute you put the brakes on, it burns away anyway, so you don't have to worry about that at all. So I'm just going to clean this, and I'm going to show you that result. So brake dust, everyday dirt, dust and grime that gets onto your wheel, the rain splashing up, all of those different things gives you unsightly dust and dirt. And of course that brake dust really is the worst offender, because we all know how difficult that is to remove, and especially if we don't clean our cars quite as often as we should.
You say that?
I didn't mean to. I really didn't. I meant nothing by it. But yeah, I've seen your car, Shona. I've seen it, girl.
Yeah, I know. I probably should have driven it into the studio, got you to clean it.
Got to clean it, yeah.
I think that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're using the waterless wash and wax on the tyres?
Now, absolutely. You can use that on the tyre as well to break down dirt and everything like that. There's no issues. And it will clean that, and it will bring that up quite nicely. But obviously what we have now is we've also got this very specialist product.
So you
to
clean
bring
the
this
tyre
up.
first with your kind of hero product.
Yes, exactly.
And then you go on to the dressing.
And then we go on to the tyre dressing. Now, when you get this at home, you'll have to prime it a little bit, obviously. Let me prime it onto this just here. Now, what we do is we just get a little bit of it and just spritz it around it as we go. Now, what I'm going to tell you is when you go to some of the people you pay to do it, they will have, you often see a little kind of a milk carton with the top cut off it as such.
And a paintbrush.
With a paintbrush, and they'll put it on. Now, not all of them, please, I'm not saying that, but there can be quite a corrosive chemical in there that can break down the coating of your alloy wheel and create some problems.
So whilst it might look lovely,
short term, you may have problems. Do you remember what this looked like?
I do.
You ready? Let's now see how good that actually looks. I just look at that tyre. So there's before.
That looks awful, doesn't it? But I mean, literally that was, what, less than a minute?
Look at the shine on that tyre.
Yep.
Look at that shine. It's just fantastic, the difference in that. It just brings the whole thing up. And here's the thing, and this might sound really stupid, but I think a lot of people will agree, if not everybody. When I walk towards my car, if it's filthy dirty, I like it less. When it's really clean, I love it more. And in my mind, it drives better. And I don't know why. I just always feel that it drives better.
Because you feel proud. You're sort of sitting up straight in your car and you're kind of showing off. That's why it drives better. But I totally agree. But so many of us are so proud of our vehicles, but actually maybe don't have the time or the inclination to go out with 9,000 different products. Because this kit really does replace a whole multitude of products.
And for a long time, before we had the full pack like this, I would have said to you that the waterless wash wax. By the way, I'm just doing the tyre here just for fun. I want to show you this when I turn it around, the bottom part of it. Look at the difference. Can you see the difference in here and here?
It really
that
does.
is just an idea of what this product does to the rubber on your tyres.
And it makes such light work of...
It really does. Look at that difference. Isn't that a magical difference, isn't it? It really is. You can see that stand out a mile. But that's what it does. And again, it's really, really gentle on your tyres as well, so you don't have to worry around your alloy wheels. Because often you would see the lacquer on alloy wheels cracking and flaking away.
Again, I don't know why you're looking at me like that, as if...
It's no. Your car wheels are lovely. No, your new car actually is kept nice.
They're
I'm
all
sure.
stretched.
But basically, you know, it's really gentle on your alloys, it's gentle on your tires and stuff like that, but gives you a great result. I mean, this has to be incredible because this is, you know, it's got the M Sport name on it. You know, the World Rally Championships, they've been around for a long time. Colin McRae drove for these guys, you know, and he's like, you know, God almost in the circles of, you know, motorsport rallying and stuff like that. So he is the GOAT, as they say. It is as well, so yeah.
Yeah, and what I love about this for me, because, you know, Alan said it about himself, but I certainly feel it about myself, is that I'm intrinsically lazy.
Yes.
And if I can find any product around the house or outside that will make my life easier, will get me back to living and enjoying life, then it's got to be the way forward. Yeah. My producer said, and drinking a glass of gin. You're absolutely right, Kieran.
Many.
Looking forward to that at 3:30 already. But if you're actually looking at your vehicle and you're thinking, yeah, okay, but Alan's just done a bit of a bonnet. He's done a light. He's done half of a tyre. How long is this really going to take me to do my entire car? Well, again, just to illustrate that, Alan, outside in the garden at Warrington, did just a little bit on a time clock, didn't you, of a car?
So I'm going to ask roughly, if I do this door, this panel here, the wheel, and this back panel here, that's probably 20% of the car, would you say?
I reckon,
okay.
yeah.
So let's just have a little look. Just have a little look at your watch, and I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it really quickly as I would the normal speed, and let's see how long it takes me to do.
And do you have to have certain weather conditions for it to be good?
No, if it's been raining and the car is wet, absolutely fine, no problem at all. You always do it panel by panel. So look, I'm just doing this one panel, and now I'm going to get to work on it.
That's do you have to wear gloves or anything?
No, absolutely not. Some people might find a little bit of sensitivity. You know, if they have sensitive skin, you know, just err on the side of caution. But no, absolutely not. There's nothing nasty in this whatsoever.
Look at this. This is the cleaning part of it. So one cloth does the cleaning, the other cloth you use for the buffing, and you're going to get 4 in the collection today, in the kit today. And do remember, you can obviously machine wash the cloths, just don't use fabric softener. That's the only thing, because that will stop the absorbency of the cloths. Yeah,
what it does is, because in these cloths there can be millions and millions of microfibers. Yeah. So what you don't want to do is clump them together, and that's why you don't use the softener, which is designed to clump them together to make things softer. Yeah. That's the cleaning done. Second cloth for the buffing. Now remember, this is about 20% of the car. Now, here we go.
So far you've taken just over a minute.
Lovely. The inside of this window I'm even going to do in a sec, just to make sure that it's all done properly, because the inside is filthy and I don't want you to think that this hasn't done the wonderful job that I promised you that it does. And again, I haven't worked hard, I've worked smart. That's what I've done to get this beautiful shine, and protecting the car as well. So that's that done. Let's quickly do the wheel. Now again, this is a really bad wheel, folks. It has, it's in very bad condition. It's actually got parts of the lacquer broken away, and that's where all of that dirt is here that you won't see coming away. But you're getting the idea of...
See, they are alloy wheels, but it could be that you've got like the plastic hubcaps. They can be clean with it as well, no problem.
Yeah, perfect.
I love the fact they've got the tyre product in there as well, because, you know, you can have the best cleaned alloy wheels, the best cleaned body of the car, but if your rubber wheels look mucky, it still looks a dirty car.
Now, there we go. So 20% of the car, we all agreed on roughly, is what I've done there. So 20% of the car in how long?
Just over 2 minutes.
Okay, so 2 minutes, that's 20% of it. So 5 times 2 minutes is 10 minutes.
It's an amazing product, it really is. And remember, you're not just getting your waterless wash and wax, you are getting 2 litres of what I'm going to call the hero product. So that is the product that cleans, it polishes and it protects all of your, you know, exterior of your car, and you don't have to be careful about where you put it. I mean, Alan was saying earlier that if it gets onto the carbon or if it gets onto plastic, it doesn't matter. And remember, it has that incredible UV in there as well, that protection, which is great on our paintwork. This is a 10-piece bundle. Everything you're seeing here is going to come winging its way to you for £20, but it is only for 24 hours. So do make sure you get your order in 262677. You can multi-order if that's what you'd like to do. And of course, if you would like to multi-order, it's going to take you over your £30 threshold. And so then you can split your payments over PayPal in 3 if you would like to. Let's take you through all of these though, so you can see exactly what you're getting. The waterless wash and wax again is the hero, but you're going to be able to use it in all sorts of places, not just on your car.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
So 2 litres you're getting in your 10-piece bundle there. You do get a trigger on one of the bottles, which you then just move on to the other. Of course, you could give one away as a present, but don't, because you're going to want it. Now, we are also going to go through everything else that we've got for you here. So let's just have a look at another couple. Let's look at the exterior, if you like. So this is your rain guard. You're going to love that, especially with this yucky, soggy weather that we're having at the moment.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology, which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
And then to finish the outside of your car looking fabulous, what about your tyre dressing? I love that new look to tyres. Alan was saying about some of the things that can be used on tyres can be quite corrosive to the alloys, but this is super, super gentle.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport. And it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better. And that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre. And once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
And as if by magic, you're not seeing double, he is here in the studio as well.
And less of me than there was in that, 2 stone less of me.
What?
Yeah, than there was in that VT, yeah.
2 stone? How did you do that? Now we digress. How did you manage that?
I ate less.
But that simple. I ate less.
I ate less, yeah. And I've stopped doing takeaways so much.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
and you know, and the bank balance is probably better for that
Oh my
as well.
goodness, don't even get me started on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. Talk about bank balance, this is
Oh,
gonna happen
what a
with
great
them,
deal.
yeah.
I mean, it really is. When you actually break it down, you see absolutely everything that you've got there. That 10-piece bundle for the 24-hour deal only. So do please get this into your basket and get it checked out. But I have to ask, I know that you have had a long relationship with M Sport, and you love the products and you use the products. It's not you're very passionate about not just putting your name or your face to something just because it's a gig, it's a job.
Yeah.
You actually need to believe in the product.
Yeah, 100%. I've turned down so much work over the years, mainly because Kieran was the director. Kieran's our director tonight. I joke. No, I've turned down a lot of work over the years because I don't believe in a particular product. I've tested products. I've told companies to bring products back to the drawing board. They've asked me how to kind of make things better and stuff like that. So I really am passionate. But what I say to you is absolutely true. I don't want to say anything to you that you don't find when you get it home that it's not true. What I love about this product is that it is really, really awesome. And this one here, just to tell you the quality of this and why the M Sport team and the guys at Assured have really gone above and beyond with this, is if we look here, this says fabric and leather. So you're not saying, oh, I've got leather seats, can't buy that.
Can't use it, or vice versa.
I've got fabric seats, I can't use that. This one works on both of them. And the engineering or the work that went into this to make it work on both of them is incredible. And again, really brilliant again, if you have got stains on, you know, we've just got a baby seat here. It might be on the arms of it or something like that. You know, all we do is we spritz it on and just give it a little moment, just if it's a heavier stain, just to start to work that stain out. And then all we do is we get our little cloth and we start to clean. And again, we're using the
microfiber cloths that come in the kit.
That come with it, exactly. And give it a little bit of a wipe around. There's a lovely smell from
scent.
it. Yeah, it's really good. So after you've finished, your car really is going to smell amazing as well. And then just simply dab like that. And that's the cleaning of that done, but it's then protected as well, you know.
So whether it's children, whether it's you with your popcorn on your journey, spilling coffee, or whether it's pets as well, it's going to be perfect for that, isn't it? You
can use this for your carpets as well with the pets. But by the way, just to say to you that where this is really good as well, if the kids spill milk, that becomes stinky because of the fragrance of this, it will actually help to break that down as well. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous smell.
And that, again, is just one of the 10 pieces. You've got a 10-piece bundle there, 24-hour deal. So do please get this into your basket and get it checked out. 262677. You can shop on the website, which is shopontv.co.uk, or you can pick up the phone. 0333 241 241. While you're on the website, why don't you have a little look around and see what else there is? Because obviously if you take yourself, well, not obviously, if you take yourself over the £30 threshold, then you're going to be able to use your PayPal in 3. That means that there's, you know, no interest, no extra charges. We've got these wonderful, on our actual show, we have got these Sweep Easy Merlin Sweep Easy all-surface large brooms. It also comes with a complimentary easy for you to say, multi-purpose broom there, just £20 for those. We've also got our little festival seats as well. We've got a mop on there, but there is so much for you to have a look at on the website. Pop something in the search bar. If you're looking for something specific, pop it in the search bar, and if we have it, it will be at a market-beating price. And of course, if you take it over the £30 mark, you will be able to use your PayPal in 3 as well. So many different things, especially with, oh, can I say it, the big C coming up. I tell you what, if you've got a car lover, if you've got someone in your household who adores their car or their motorbike, or maybe the kids have just passed their test, this is going to be the bestest gift that you could give them. Do make sure that you check out your baskets. We'll be back in a second. A very warm welcome to our lovely viewers on ITV1. It's great to have your company on Shop on TV. Now, I tell you what, we've been on STV for a while now. You are going to have to be super quick to catch up with our Scottish friends, because we are loving our stonking deal, 24-hour deal that we've got for you on our M Sport waterless wash and wax. It is the lowest price we have ever done. We always have fantastic prices here on Shop on TV, but I have to say, this is crazy. £20 and you get all 10 pieces that you are seeing here. Let me show you exactly what you get, because it is incredible value. And actually, if you break it down, you could either say it's £2 a piece, or in actual fact, with your waterless wash and wax, the hero product here, average is from 1 litre about 5 cars, medium-sized cars. So if you say 10 cars, 10 inside and outside valets, that's £2 a pop. Amazing value. Let's have a look at what you can achieve though with your M Sport waterless wash and wax.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
It's so easy as well. When Alan, who's with us in the studio, you've just seen him on that little bit of film, takes you through some live demonstrations, it is honestly super duper easy, effective and quick as well. Now, I drove down, we're in London, we're in Covent Garden, right in central London. I drove down from Nottinghamshire this evening to get here and the rain was driving and my windscreen wipers did not seem to be going fast enough to clear the blooming water. What you need is your rain guard.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
And to finish the outside of your car, making it look like it is just rolled off the forecourt of that car showroom, how about giving those tyres that little pep up with your tyre dressing?
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
So if you are car proud, motorbike proud, motorhome, caravan, even boat proud, and also inside the house, Alan's going to tell you that you can use these products inside, maybe on the UPVC, maybe on your glossy kitchen cupboards, maybe on splashbacks, maybe on the chrome of your taps. Honestly, multitudes of uses for this for that £20. But if we go back to your car, we'll open the door, we want it to feel and smell and be as clean as the outside. Well, you've got everything you could possibly need. Not only fabric, but leather upholstery cleaner too.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
And then, of course, the dust magnet that is the cockpit, that is that big, huge space in front of you, which just seems to, I don't know, what is it? What is it? Static, or is it the electric? Is it all of the lights? And I don't know, but it's always a mess. Not anymore, it isn't, because you've got your cockpit cleaner.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz. You really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
And here he is, a shadow of his former self.
Yes, yes, yes.
2 stone.
2 stone. But
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Took a bit of hard work. But anyway, morning everybody on ITV. How's it going? Barry the bus. He's watching. His name is Barry. He drives a bus, so that's what we call Barry the bus.
Perfect.
Makes perfect sense.
Remember, you can write into us at the studio. It's studio, is it?
Yeah.
At ShopOnTV.co.uk, I'm guessing.
There
Oh,
you go.
look at that. Whoa, it's almost as if I'd been here last week.
Imagine that.
Yes.
Imagine that. Yeah,
Now-
send us an email. We'd love that, wouldn't we?
We would. It'd
genuinely
be
would.
lovely to hear from you, really. And if
Yeah.
maybe you've got a question, maybe you've got a specific item around the house or
Yeah.
something that you're worried about on your car, will it sort it out? I'm sure Alan will be able to help you with that. Can you tell me, before we go into the demos, I wondered if M Sport seems to be one of those names that even if you're, not hugely into cars, we've heard of it, haven't
Yeah,
we?
well, first and foremost, if people will hear, like BMW have an M Sport division, it's not that one, it is M Sport, the World Rally Team.
Right.
But the World Rally Team, basically, they're based up in Cockermouth, up in the Lake District. It is brilliant.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, I know it is, yeah.
If there's anyone in Cockermouth, write in and tell us.
Do write in and tell us. So they wanted to formulate something with the company who manufactures this that would clean their cars, not only out on the stages of the rally, but also when they build cars for clients, because they build these cars and sell them for, like when we were up there, they sell them for millions of pounds.
Really?
That we see them
in your element. But
Oh,
you
I
loved it
love
up there,
every
didn't you?
second of it. Every second of it. But basically, look, let's just show you this demonstration, because this is really important. So, like this bonnet here is from a junkyard, okay, a breaker's yard. I haven't done anything to it other than just put some of this dirt on here to kind of replicate every day. So what I'm going to do is going to clean this half here for us, okay? So just I say that so we know which side we're cleaning. So I kind of move. So what we have is, if we look here, you have your road traffic film. It could be just everyday dirt and grime. It could be bugs. You can see here that I got bits of grit and stuff like that. This yellow stuff here is just representing bird poo, and I'll tell you about the protection you get from that in a second as well.
But the grit,
yeah.
surely we've got to get rid of that before we start putting a cloth on it.
No, and if you got a cloth and started to do this now where that grit is, it would put those micro scratches on your car.
Okay.
Much like if you go to those ones with the whirling, turning brushes, they can scratch your car. But the difference with this here is that when we spritz this on like so, there's a couple of ingredients in here. Now what you've got to remember is what's happening inside of this and how good and scientific this whole thing is. So what we do first is we spray that on, and there are surfactants and petroleum distillates in here. Now the petroleum distillates, first and foremost, they start to break down the organic dirt, so start to break down things, road traffic film is one, but also the organic stuff like bugs and things like that. It starts to break it down, starts to liquidize it almost. And then there's surfactants in there then, and what they do is, where the grit was, they've now gotten in and lifted the grit away from the bonnet of your car, or the windows, or the doors, whatever it might be.
Okay.
So how we do this then is we get our cleaning cloth first, and we pop that on and we start to clean the car. Now we recommend you go backwards or forwards or side to side, okay, on this. Try and avoid the swirling motion if you can, and please, please, please listen to me when I say this to you. Do not push hard on the cloth. If you see,
It almost looks like you glided.
that's all you're doing. Let the surfactants and petroleum distillates do the job. Now you can see that is so much cleaner. There's the dirt. You can see how filthy that is. You can see that that's cleaner, but we can see that the reflective surface is not very reflectory anymore, is it?
No, it's a little bit dull.
It's dull. Now let me just show you something, because then we get our second cloth, which we refer to as our buffing cloth.
And of course you get 4 of these
you
in,
get
your,
4.
in your bundle.
Absolutely. And what I'm saying to you here is, again, same thing. Don't put weight on the cloth. I promise you, if you put extra weight on the cloth, it will not shine and it will not buff up to give us that beautiful shine. And now, here we are, finished. Turn your cloth over if you need to, but use one cloth for cleaning and one for buffing. Now that's the job done. Now not only have we cleaned, but we've polished and we've protected, and I promise you this, I have done little or no work. Alan doesn't like hard work, and that's why he loves this very much. There we go.
Clean, polish and
protect. Now look at that reflection, how much better that actually is. Now, here's a couple of things.
It's
you can see. It just gives you that luster, that shine that you wanted. Again, this came from Breaker's Yard. As I say, it's had its life. I don't know what car it came from or how old it is, but I'm no doubt it's 8 or 10 years old, probably more. Now, what we've done is we've cleaned and polished and protected the paintwork, but also the little plastic bit just here, which has the nozzles for the windscreen squirter. There's probably a better name for it.
I call it squeegee, so it doesn't really matter.
You can use this on the alloys, you can use it on chrome, you can use it on plastics, you can use it on the glass, you can use it on every single part of the car
so
outside.
even if you had like maybe a classic car that had like chrome spokes and on the wheels, it wouldn't matter?
Absolutely not. Now, the magical ingredient in this is this thing here, and it's called carnauba wax, okay? Now, surfactants and petroleum distillates, okay? But also what we have is we have this, and this is what the carnauba wax looks like in its raw form. Now, it comes from the carnauba tree, which grows in the Amazon rainforest, and basically, of course you can, here you go, there's a nice big piece, look.
It is.
And basically, it's secreted by the tree itself out through the leaves, and they harvest that. Local to the local people, the carnauba tree is known as the tree of life because it gives so much. Now, they don't chop down the trees to get this, it's harvested from it, doesn't damage the tree or anything like that. But basically, the tree over thousands of years, or probably millions of years, had problems. Because it's out there, you can imagine the UV damage, first of all, with the sun beating down, was damaging the leaves and obviously the inside of the leaves with all of the photosynthesis things that go on in there. So it developed a natural protection against UV rays. So now we have UV protection on our cars, on the plastic, on the chrome, and all of those bits. But also what it was the birds that were flying over, birds in the trees were pooing, of course, as they do, and the lime inside of the bird poo was burning the leaves and thus damaging the carnauba tree. So again, Mother Nature, it evolved over probably hundreds of thousands of years to have a protection against that. So now that bird lime, the bird poo, doesn't penetrate.
Because if
so
we leave that on our cars, the bird poo, then it can be quite damaging?
Yeah, it can be, it really can. It'll start to break down the lacquer on the car, and when you try to clean it away, if you've left it there for too long, you will see that mark. It will start to fade out.
White clouding, don't you?
Yeah, and it's horrible. This is going to help protect against that.
So it's not only, I mean, this is a proper triple threat for me. So it's cleaning very easily, as we just saw there. Really no effort required at all. Cleaning, polishing, that wonderful shine, that showroom finish that we all love on our vehicles, but it's also protecting the UV. But also, you were saying earlier when we were just on STV, and now of course we've been joined by our viewers on ITV1, but you were saying that potentially as you use more of this or have your M Sport kit for longer, you use less each time.
Yeah, and it's not even potentially, absolutely will. So basically, a quick story. So Derek Murphy, great friend of mine, I gave him a litre bottle of this, okay, to clean his car. He's got a Vauxhall estate. And when he came and his car had been cleaned, he said, it's fantastic. He told me he loved it. I said, when are you going to, how long before you do your next wash? And he said, well, as soon as you give me another bottle. And I went, but I've given you a bottle. He said, yeah, he said, but I've used it. So he used the whole litre on one car.
Wow.
This will do between 4 and 6 average size, medium sized cars. So you will overuse it the first time, perhaps the second time. But what will happen is then that as you start to use it, you will notice your car is cleaner because it helps the dirt and the water to wash away from your car with that carnauba wax protection. But also then what it will do is the more you build up that protection, you will just use less. You'll just go, I don't need so much of it anymore.
And also maybe,
go further.
Maybe it's a once a week job. Maybe it might become like a once a fortnight.
Yes.
Or in my case, once every 3 months.
I
got in there before you.
No, I would never say that. I would never say that.
262677 is your item number. It is a 24-hour deal only. Now, don't forget that this £20 is an amazing, incredible deal. It would normally be $34.99. You actually think what you've got in there is just absolutely extraordinary. You've not just got your hero product, and that's the product that we've seen Alan using there with the waterless wash and wax, but we've also got your tyre dressing. We've also got your rain guard. Inside of the car, you've got the cockpit cleaner and you've got your upholstery cleaner, whether it be leather or whether it be fabric. You also get your 4 microfiber cloths included, and they are machine washable. Please don't use any fabric softener because it will stop that kind of almost like static charge that microfiber creates, that creates the kind of pull away. So many products here, and if you actually think about how it breaks down, Alan said about the average 5 cars from a litre. Let's break that down into individual valets, inside and out, £2 a pop. I'd love to know how much you're spending. Obviously, it's different prices wherever you might be around the country, but I would say inside and out, average is going to be around £15. Now, We also have other products within the bundle. Not only our waterless wash and wax, but we also have the tyre dressing. Now this is I was going to say it's a really messy tyre or wheel, but it isn't actually, is it? Because they work blooming hard, this part of the car, don't they? And they're near to the road, so they do get mucky.
Yeah, it's brake dust, it's everything really, and they do get filthy. And I always feel, and a lot of times if I'm going somewhere in the car and I want it to look a bit better, but I don't have time to clean all of it, I will sometimes just clean the wheels, and I think that lifts the car, just having the wheels clean. So I just want to do a little demonstration for you here and just show you this wheel just here so you can see. I've dirtied it up just to show us. Now, of course, this could be all sorts of dust, dirt or debris. Now, I want you to notice the tyre as well and how that looks. So basically what I'm going to have to clean this when I lie this down, because obviously if I try and stand up and do it, it'll fall over. But I'm going to clean half of this, and I'm also going to dress the tyre with the tyre dressing, because remember, we do get that as well.
Okay.
So do you remember I said earlier that with the M Sport waterless wash wax, you use this on pretty much every single part outside of your car. So you're going to use it on the tyre, the wheels.
You use it on the tyre.
I'm going to use it on the tyre as well to get down and break down some of that dirt as well. So let's just spritz this on, okay?
This is the cleaner.
This is the cleaner.
This is the actual cleaner
this is it.
kit.
Now remember, the surfactants, the petroleum distillates, all designed to break down that dirt. So breaking down the, you know, the brake dust, which is a real pain. And then when you pay a bit of attention in your car and getting into the little corners and nooks and crannies, it really does bring up your wheel beautifully. And I'll demonstrate that to you now just as I finish this off just here. And it really is easy, and you'll notice as well that as you're doing it, you'll see the dirt breaking down really, really quickly and
need for
easily.
Scrubby brushes or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just lifting the dirt away.
Lifting the dirt. And sometimes you will see in some kits that you will buy, they'll actually have a specialist brush that you can use, and it's shaped in a particular way that it will clean your alloys, but you don't need to, because the power of this product here, remember, it is M Sport, the World Rally team, that you know, use this. This is where it came from. Their name is on it. That you know you're getting the very best. Now I've cleaned that. And I'm just going to give it now a little bit of a polish the wheel, because remember, even if it looks really clean, please always use the polisher, your second cloth, which is your buffing cloth, to bring up.
Those are the sort of top tips. One for cleaning, one for buffing.
Yes, and even as I say, if it looks clean afterwards, just use that buffing cloth, okay? Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get my tyre shine here as well. I'm going to just do the half of this here, okay? Now I'm going to say this to you, when you go to the cleaners, the guys and the people who do this and clean your car by hand, and I'm not putting them down in any way, shape or form. I have used them and I continue to use them from time to time. But when you see them, they get kind of this little milk carton and they cut a little shape out of it, and then they pour in stuff and have a brush in it, take it out and they just
paintbrush.
go around, exactly. Now I'm not saying all of them, but it has been proven that some of the ingredients in the chemicals in that stuff can start to corrode your alloy wheel coating.
And that's what you've spent a lot of money on.
That's what you spent some money on. Exactly. So I'm just spreading over this tyre shine just now, just to show you, and now I'm going to present you with this wheel that we did half and half. So just have a look at the shine on that tyre. As I just spin it around, you can see that, and that's the difference it can make, from really dull and horrible to extraordinary and to clean. Now that's just half of the wheel. We'll keep that picture and we'll finish this later in the show, but look, can you see the shine along here on that tyre, you know? And it's going to make your tyre look so good as well. And what I'm going to show you as well, just another little demonstration, just to show you, can you see the tyre just there? You would never do this at home, but let me just show you something, okay? Let me get the tyre shine and just pop a little bit of this on here and do that. And now what I'm going to do is just rub that over here. Okay, I've got it, Shawna. You'll get your hands dirty on that, honey. And now, just to show you, look at that. Look at that shine.
So it looks like a brand new tyre.
Yeah, and that's it. Now, of course, you're not going to do this at home, but I'm just trying to show you just what it does to that. And that's what it looked like a few minutes ago, the difference that it will actually make. And it's done that to the sidewalls of that tyre as well.
Just two, well, three, actually, I suppose, if we're using the microfiber cloths, just 3 parts of your incredible bundle. Amazing 24-hour deal that you've got there, just £20 for all of these 10 pieces that you are seeing there. You've got your hero product, you've got your waterless wash and wax from M Sport, you've got your tyre dressing, you've also got your rain guard, which we'll look at in a little while, and then you've got your interiors as well. 4 microfiber cloths. All of that is available for you for just £20. If you do want to multi-buy, you can. If you spend more than £30, it doesn't have to be on this. You might want to get a present for someone who loves their car, someone who loves their motorbike. Maybe someone's just passed their test and you want to give them a gift to say, well done, you've passed your driving test, or maybe an incentive. The driving test is next week or something, and you think, oh, I'd love to get them something that they're like, oh yeah, there's my incentive to pass my test, and I can clean my lovely car. Just a little subtle message that you're not going to be cleaning their car for them. 262-677, 10-piece bundle there. It really is extraordinary value, but don't forget that it is just a 24-hour deal. Now, we've been looking at some pretty yucky things here in the studio, but what if you were living in a city and perhaps somebody vandalised your car? You'd be gutted, wouldn't you? Well, Alan could have been pretty gutted because he actually put spray paint on his own vehicle. Have a look at this.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay, even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you'd think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and it is super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
I mean, that's slightly gobsmacking. And I bet you're thrilled that it worked that way.
Yeah, well, no, because I knew it was going to do that. You know, the thing is that it does take, you know, you've got to be brave to do that. And look, you know, we were lucky enough. I've never had a brand new car. Myself and Ellie, my wife, decided that we would just get that, and we bought that new 5 years ago now.
I remember.
Love the car. I think it's a great car. I love it, and I do cherish it, and I want to keep it clean. And that's why we use something like this, you know, on the car, because I trust it. And in fact, when I got home from the showroom, the first job I did was to do this. Now, it doesn't have to be, you know, a new car. I mentioned my great friend Barry the Bus earlier on, Barry Nurse. Barry has, I think it's probably about 15 years old, a Mercedes. It's a silver Mercedes. It's really low mileage. He bought it from somebody that had it from brand new, and he cherishes the car. And he was kind enough to help me out one day, and I gave him actually this pack to use. And he was like, yeah, but I don't want to use that on my lovely Merc, because he really cherishes it. And I said, no, it's fine, absolutely fine. Showed him a little demonstration and how to use it, and he absolutely loves it. And he's used the cockpit shine, he's used all of those bits, and really swears by it. And honestly, if you're in the car with him, he just adores this Mercedes. And as I said, 14, 15 years old, but it's his baby, and it brings it up beautifully. It really does.
That is the thing, Alan, isn't it? Is so many of us do love our cars, our motorbikes, our caravans, whatever it might be. And so you do want something that is going to make it showroom finish, but sometimes we just can't achieve that at home. But then on one side, we've got the aesthetics, we've got things looking gorgeous, but then there's also the sort of health and safety side of having a clean vehicle, isn't there?
There really is. And look, I know that when I do this demonstration, people might say, yeah, but if you clean your lights, your lights are clean. But the point here is that to show you the importance of cleaning your lights, but also when you use this, genuinely what you will find is you will find that your car and your lights and all of the parts of your car stay cleaner for longer. And that's the point. Now, I just want to make a little point here. If we look at this headlight just here, okay, we can see if I turn it sort of like that there, that's the way it is on the car, and the light shining out. Now, I'm really exaggerated this, okay, but I just want you to see the difference it can make. So behind here, inside of the light, there's all the reflective surfaces, and you've got these new bulbs and stuff like that. But what's the point having those if you're not keeping it clean? Now, I'm going to turn this around and clean, and then present it back to you, okay? What we have with this is, when we spritz it on, first and foremostly, oh yeah, I was going to say to you that when you use your wash wipe, we were talking about this earlier on your car, you're driving down, you can't see out through your windscreen, you pull the thing and it cleans it. Every time you do that, you're cleaning that, but you're not cleaning your lights.
Unless you've got a very posh car.
A very posh car. Remember one of our friends from years ago used to have a Rolls Canardly. It rolls down the hill and can hardly get up the other side. Good old Peter. But basically, once you start using this, it genuinely will keep things cleaner for longer. Now, I'm just going to show you that. That's the cleaning done. It looks better.
As quick as that.
It looks better, but watch this. Watch this in front of your eyes. And this is why the buffing is so super important. Just look at what's happening right in front of your eyes when we start to buff that light. And now, like I said, genuinely, we think that glass is really smooth, but it's not. It is really, really porous. It has really, really lots and lots of imperfections. And that's where the rain, that's why basically why a fly can climb up things like that, because it doesn't have suction pads, it has little hooks, and they hook into the imperfections. So basically, I'm just going to turn this around and finish it off, and then show you the whole thing done. And they can get onto those little imperfections. And unfortunately, glass is full of imperfections. But when we use this, the Carnauba wax fills in all of those imperfections and then makes the water and the dirt not stick to it the same at all. It makes that water flow from it and run away from the surface much quicker.
Showing that your waterless wash and wax, the hero part of the bundle there, can be used on so many different surfaces. It's not just on the metal work, it's not just on the paint work. You've used it on the lights, but then you said that could be used inside the house as well. Yeah,
absolutely. So basically, let me just show you here, because I've got a mirror here that we got. Now, this is a really cheapo mirror, so it's not anything in particularly marvellous. But you can see just there that we've got lots and lots of dirt and rubbish on that just there, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay that down. Again, I just want to do it because I don't want to do it standing up in case I break it. So I'll just do half of this just here, just to show us. Now, again,
it could be toothpaste.
Exactly, toothpaste. You know, we spray stuff around the house that gets onto it, deodorants and stuff like that, shaving foam, all of those things. But look at this, hairspray is another thing, which is basically a glue, as our producer just said. Absolutely true. So our director, I should say, he told me off my ear for calling him a producer. And now he's literally, by saying that, he's actually now putting our producer Gemma down by saying, I'm not a producer, I'm better than you.
I'm a director.
I'm a director. But watch this, okay? I'm just going to make this nice and clean and just show you the stark difference in that. You can see what it looked like before, and now you can see what it looks like now.
I mean, you can see everything in the studio. You can see all the camera numbers there. So that is extraordinary and really easy again, because sometimes glass cleaners, I say, you know, with the inverted commas, the ones that we use, they can leave such terrible streaks. You have to work so hard to get that beautiful finish.
Yeah.
That polish was in seconds.
In seconds, and it really does. And here's the thing as well, and this is my finding, there's nothing scientific about this, and I can't promise you, but I find, because it's not on the bottle and I can't say it, but I find that the condensation doesn't build up on my mirrors in the bathroom as much. So if you do get out of the shower and you want to brush your teeth, or you want to, you know, if you're lucky enough to have hair, and you want to do that, or you're, you know, whatever you might be doing, you can, I find that it's much easier to see in that, because there's less of the condensation there.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, but also we've got another product, haven't we? Within the bundle, you were saying that you could potentially use that on shower screens and mirrors as well.
Of course.
So in a very sort of high water area.
Yeah. So here's the rain guard, and actually, I tell you what I'll do, seeing as we're here. So I'll show you that and how to use it. So this is your rain guard. This is an extraordinary product. This uses, I love saying this, it uses nanotechnology. When I see if I can take this off here, how do we get this off and out?
Don't ask me, because I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see.
That's just a lock. So basically, it uses nanotechnology. So what we do is you see how lightly that sprays out.
It's a very fine spray,
really fine spray. So you would spray that on, then get yourself one of your nice clean cloths, and then what we would do is we just simply rub that in. Now, nanotechnology, when you think about it, is the tiniest particles. Now, what's happened now is, and you would leave that for about 30 minutes minutes or so. But what we now have done, without compromising the cleanliness or the shine from this, you can see, if you look at the reflection here and then look at it when I do that there, look at how clear it is, and of course how dirty it is just there. But we have now put nanotechnology onto that mirror, so any water, any splashes, anything like that are simply just going to run away from that completely. It's going to beat off and act differently. So what I'll try and do later is I will get a little pipette or something, and I'll get a little cap full of water, and I'll just pour it on that so you can see
the beading.
You can see that beading. We'll show you that a little bit later. I'm going to leave that to settle.
That's what will also happen on your windscreen.
On your windscreen, on your windows. If you use it on the outside of your windows of your house, you can use it on mirrors. You can use it on your shower door. If it's a glass shower door, it won't work the same on plastic.
Right.
It really is for glass. But again, nanotechnology, so do that. We'll show you that. We'll come back to that in a little while.
Absolutely incredible bundle. It really is. Remember, it's 10 pieces. Alan's just shown you using 2 of them there, but you are getting 6 different actual products to use within the car or outside the car as well. But you've also got your 4 microfiber cloths included in this bundle. If you want to break it down into pieces, you could say it's £2 a piece. Or maybe you want to break it down into how many valets you'll get for your vehicle. An average size vehicle, you're going to, from this kit, well, actually from the waterless wash and wax, you're going to get 10 cleans, polishes and protects. So that's £2 a pop. I would love to know how much you are actually spending if you go to a drive-through car wash, you know, at the petrol station, or perhaps you go to one of those pop-up where the guys do the work for you. I would say it's going to be somewhere, for inside and out, somewhere £15 plus. So this is incredible value, £2 a pop. Let's show you everything you're going to get. Your hero product, which is your waterless wash and wax. You're going to get 2 litres, 1 litre bottles, 2 of those, and you're going to get your trigger that you then move to the other bottle. Let's look at what you can achieve with it.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with 1 microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from 1 single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
And if you've just joined us, you won't know about the rain guard, but if you've been watching, you saw that incredible surface that it gave to the mirrors. But look what you can achieve on your windscreen in your car.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so. That is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
The next of your exterior products is your tyre dressing. I love this because that look of the brand new tyres, and it can really lift the look of your car. So super easy to use. Have a look at this.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
Your outside of your car now looks absolutely fabulous. It's like it's been gliding off the showroom forecourt. What about inside? Because there's nothing better, is there, than that new car smell. How are you going to achieve that? Well, super easily. The next product in your 10-piece bundle is your upholstery cleaner, but it's for fabric and for leather.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
And then to finish it off to perfection, you have your cockpit shine. That is not easy to say at this time in the morning.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
And then to finish off your 10-piece bundle, you've got your 4 microfiber cloths there. They're absolutely beautiful quality. Alan was saying that he popped into a car part showroom today to get the lamp that he's been cleaning for you in the studio, and he said there was a pack of 6 cloths, I apologise, for £4.95, and the quality just was not there. These are incredible quality. They're going to wash and they're going to come back time and time again. You don't just have to use them with your bundle, you can use them all around the house. Make sure that when you do put them in the washing machine, you don't use any fabric softener, because that does affect the kind of the absorbency and the kind of static cling that you get with microfiber. So that's what you get. Everything you see in front of you is extraordinary value. Absolutely everything there. 2 litres of your hero product plus all of the other dressing products, and your 4 microfiber cloths for £20. I have to say, at its normal price, I think it's incredible value at the £34.99, but at £20 it's a steal. It really is, isn't it?
It is brilliant, and I want you to understand as well, everybody at home with this, and you know, I always talk from my heart and how I find things to be for me, and I've been using this product for years, but I don't want anyone to think, oh, it's 20 quid, it's got to be rubbish, this is substandard, this is seconds, this is stuff that didn't work. I promise you this is the top of the range stuff. It just happens to be that when we come to a show like this, we will sell thousands of these bundles, whereas normally, and it's just going out in one day, normally, like if it's going to a shop, they might take, oh, give us 5, they'll have 2, they'll have 10, and it's all of this, you know, logistics to get it there, and you know, so also it's getting the name out there as well, you know, so it's like 2.5 hours, 3 hours on ITV, which in itself, you know, any brand is delighted to be part of.
Yes.
And that's why everybody, you know, really strives to get the most incredible deal for you to be able to buy here. And I want you to know that this here is so good that not only the tire dressing that we talked about earlier on, but this in particular here, because if we look at this, you will see that it is leather and fabric.
That's really
so yeah,
amazing.
you know, it's not just a leather product, it's not just for fabric.
Normally looking for a specific product, aren't
Exactly.
you?
You know, you've got to think, well, you know, or if you've got a half and half, some are part leather, part cloth. You've got Alcantara leather, Alcantara, I should say, and you can use this on all of those. You can use this because it is an all-around cleaner, and you think about the work had to go in, the formulation that had to go in to make this work. Now, you heard me say on this, on the VT clip, and go how well this smells. It really does smell lovely.
It smells beautiful.
Now, we don't have a car in here, so we've just got to literally to show you how this works and stuff like that.
But it's a velour that
it's velour,
often be in a car finish.
So yeah, so we're just showing you just a little spritz on. You can give that a few minutes just to allow the it to break down that dirt, but The
smells
smell of
lovely.
it is
Really
gorgeous,
lovely.
it really is, and it leaves a really lasting fragrance. And then once you've done that, whatever cedar it is, you know, go around in a little circular motion, you know, just stay where the dirt is, and you know, give it an extra if you've got a really bad area. We don't on this, but just to show you.
So it could be
you would
coffee
go-
stains, it could be
Exactly.
sticky jammy fingers, it could be, you know, your pet that you have in the back of the car. But of course it doesn't just have to be in the car,
Yeah.
it could be in the house. What about
Yeah.
maybe you've got nice velvet sofa or
Absolutely,
something?
use it inside as well. Generally on my car, I get the beans from the Greg's All Day Breakfast pastry thing on there. It falls down. Yeah, but no, it could be anything. You know, we do tend to, you know, do a lot of stuff. You know, eating in the car. You know, the kids are in the car. It could be spilt milk. It could be anything. You know, melted chocolate, especially. You know, if they drop a bit of chocolate and you've got the heating on, or in the summertime, you know, it'll melt and it just becomes horrible. This is going to work on all of that, whether it's leather or the fabric. Now, the great thing about this is it's part of this. And if you were to go out and buy something like that, you absolutely, without any question, would expect to spend £6-7
Easily.
on such a specialist product.
Yes.
But it's part of this bundle for 20 quid. Look at that.
Now that bundle is only available at that price for 24 hours. This is a very special deal that we've negotiated. Well, that was the royal we. That was our buying team have negotiated with M Sport. So it is it's something very, very special that you can get these 10 pieces for £20. If you do want to multi-order, you can. If you multi-order, of course, you will take yourself over the £30 mark. £30 means that you can spread you don't have to, but you can spread the cost by PayPal in 3. And of course, there's no additional charges, just makes it super, super easy to kind of stock up. And maybe, I hate to say the word, but maybe you've got someone who's a car enthusiast in the family and you're thinking, really a little bit stuck on the old Christmas present buying this year. What a great gift. A 10-piece bundle. Put it in a nice box and tissue paper. Honestly, anyone who loves their car.
But if you're going to do a Secret Santa, which a lot of people do now,
Yes.
and if your Secret Santa is, you know, you've got a 20 quid budget, I mean, is this not the most incredible 20 quid budget stocking filler or Secret Santa filler
Maybe
that you can
even
get?
more than that. You know, some people only have like a £5 budget, you know, which we're all trying to watch the pennies on a Secret Santa. You could take one of the pieces out. You could make them into multiple presents. Why not? You could have one cloth and one product. You know, maybe you've got cousins or you've got nephews, or, you know, you can actually make loads of gifts out of this, and the value would be absolutely extraordinary. It really would. Remember, each one of those litres does an average medium-sized car 5 times. So look at what Alan's done here, breaking that bundle up.
Yeah, so you could give somebody a cloth. If you know, because you're right, you might have a £5 budget. You know, it doesn't matter what your budget is, but there's £4 or £5 budgets. You know, somebody with a waterless wash wax and a cloth. Most people have microfiber cloths. By the way, don't use anything else with this microfiber cloth. It's actually designed to work with microfiber. You know, then you could give somebody the cockpit shine and the fabric and leather cleaner for inside their car. So you could say, well, you can have the inside of your car. Then here you could give someone the rain guard and the tyre dressing and a cloth, and then you could give somebody else the other bottle, albeit it won't have a trigger. Actually, I should keep that right so nobody gets confused. You would have that, and that...
it's a standard size bottle.
It is.
You've
So
got triggers at home.
Yeah,
you are going to be able to use those there. So a brilliant way of actually breaking that up, making it really affordable for gifting.
If it's a tenner that you have for your Secret Santa, well, there's your tenner's worth. So if you got 20 quid, well, there you go. I just think it's brilliant. And look, and you know that here you people might say, oh yeah, you always say that kind of thing. You must get it now. I mean, we are now in what is the? I don't even know.
It is the 1st of October.
It's October. So October. Now, if
what
we have
what are we
this,
supposed to say? Not pink rabbits. What are we supposed
pinch punch first of the month.
Yeah, but what's the thing about rabbits that you're supposed to say?
No idea.
Somebody tell me.
No, we don't know. I think it's one of those things as well. But
white rabbits, white rabbits, white rabbits.
Okay, so basically, right, okay. Shauna is right. So basically, it's pinch punch first of the month, no returns on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, white rabbits, white rabbits, yeah.
That's a rabbit.
Is that what?
That's a rabbit, yeah. Oh, that's a rabbit.
I was going to say something really intelligent and wonderful. Now we're talking about white
I'm
rabbits.
so sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's the first of the month, you were saying.
Yes.
Does that help?
Yes, yes. Now, that's what I was going to say, correct. So, okay, you wondered how we could do this deal. There was a whole bundle of these made, okay, and I genuinely believe that when the warehouse amount, which was vast, is gone, I don't think we are going to be able, and I really mean this, I don't think we're going to be able to repeat this 20 quid deal. So my advice to you is, it may well be back next month, okay? If you're going to see, excuse me, if you're going to see it again, you're not going to see it till next month, okay? Now, if we then have it, and you do get it, it might be smaller stock, the best thing you can do is to get this now, because then you know you're guaranteed to have it for 20 quid, you have it, it's away. If you want to get 2 lots of them, you can put it on your PayPal as you said earlier on.
Exactly. And may I ask a question then, with that in mind, if maybe we're thinking about multi-buying and it is just for you, you're not going to split it up and give it as gifts, is there a shelf life?
Yeah, you've got about 2 years on it, so you've got no issue. But you're going to use it way before the shelf life. But here's the thing to say, with the waterless wash wax, you're going to use this, it's going to do 5 average size cars, so about 10 times. But the tyre dressing, the rain guard, all of these things are going to last way longer.
Way longer.
So you're going to have those way into next year.
And if you say, for example, you've popped that in the garage, it's been on the shelves for a year.
Yeah.
Will the wax separate?
Yes.
Anything?
Yeah, you will get. In fact, I went into my garage, well, my little shed today to get some bits and pieces I needed, and I did see some bottles. And what we'll do is you'll see the clear liquid on top here, and you will see the darker liquid inside. Just get it and just give it a shake, and it's absolutely fine. It'll be perfect.
I wanted to ask another question about, you know, we were talking earlier about if we leave things on our cars, it can kind of degrade maybe the paintwork.
Yes.
So what is it that's in here that's protecting our paintwork?
Right, so what we have is we have the magic ingredient, and I'm going to just put these back here now, and I'm going to show you that magic ingredient, because basically what we need to do is we think about things that can damage our cars. Number one is bird poo. It has, we all know, any valeter or car cleaner will tell you, don't leave bird poo on your car, because it has got an acid in it and it will break through, and it can actually start to break down the lacquer of your car. And once it breaks that down, that can start to bubble, and then of course your paint is exposed, it can damage that. But this has carnauba wax in it, and that is carnauba wax there, just to show that to you. Now, carnauba wax is the hardest wax on the planet. It's the one with the highest melting point on the planet. It's known to be the most expensive on the planet as well. Harvested from the carnauba tree in the Amazon rainforest, and basically it has a natural UV protection, and it also has a natural protection against bird poo as well. So that is going to help. Every time you use this, it is going to help protect your paintwork, your car, and all of those things. It is a brilliant product, and there's that's inside of that. Now also, if we think, Sean, I'm just going to pop this back in here as well. If you think as well, when this is being made, this waterless wash wax, this has to work in such a way that when you spray it, all it has to, the things it has to do is it has to encompass the bits of, encapsulate the bits of the grit. It has to break down the road traffic film, etc. Then you have to be able to clean it, and then you have to go on and then with the stage of buffing it to bring up that wax. So you think scientifically how many things are going on in this product to make it work in that, exactly, in that formulation. There really is so much stuff going on, and I really think, because they're chemists are the people who formulate these to make all of these things work properly.
It really is an extraordinary deal, because you've not only got your waterless wash and wax, but you've got all of those dressing products, if you like, as well, that are in there, plus your microfiber cloths. Now, what I love mainly about this is because I am intrinsically lazy, and even my mum, I mean, she's 87 now, but when we first worked together,
good picture of your mum. She cleaned her car, didn't she?
She cleaned her car, and you're talking about your friend with his Mercedes. My mum loves her Mercedes, you know, blacked out windows. She's proper gangster granny is my mum. But this was about 5 years ago. She's a little more frail now than she was then, but she said, oh, it can't be that easy, Shona. Genuinely, I said, go on then. Go on, have a go. And she cleaned her car at 82. She cleaned that
I remember that
car
picture, actually,
with her waterless wash and wax.
Yeah.
And when you actually think about the time that you could save, that you could get your life back and you could start to enjoy your weekends again, you know that this is going to be worth every penny of your 24-hour deal of £20 there. And just to prove a point, we timed Alan in this next little bit of film.
So I'm going to ask roughly, if I do this door, this panel here, the wheel, and this back panel here, that's probably 20% of the car, would you say?
I reckon,
okay.
yeah.
So let's just have a little look. Just have a little look at your watch, and I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it really quickly as I would the normal speed, and let's see how long it takes me to do.
And do you have to have certain weather conditions for it to be good?
No, if it's been raining and the car is wet, absolutely fine, no problem at all. You always do it panel by panel. So look, I'm just doing this one panel, and now I'm going to get to work on it.
You don't have to wear gloves or anything?
No, absolutely not. Some people might find a little bit of sensitivity. If they have sensitive skin, just err on the side of caution. But no, absolutely not. There's nothing nasty in this whatsoever.
Look at this. This is the cleaning part of it. So one cloth does the cleaning, the other cloth you use for the buffing, and you're going to get 4 in the collection today, in the kit today. And do remember, you can obviously machine wash the cloths, just don't use fabric softener. That's the only thing, because that will stop the absorbency of the cloths. Yeah,
what it does is, because in these cloths there can be millions and millions of microfibers, so what you don't want to do is clump them together, and that's why you don't use the softener, which is designed to clump them together to make things softer. That's the cleaning done. Second cloth for the buffing. Now remember, this is about 20% of the car. Now, here we go.
So far you've taken just over a minute.
Lovely. The inside of this window I'm even going to do in a sec, just to make sure that it's all done properly, because the inside is filthy, and I don't want you to think that this hasn't done the wonderful job that I promised you that it does. And again, I haven't worked hard, I've worked smart. That's what I've done to get this beautiful shine, and protecting the car as well. So that's that done. Let's quickly do the wheel. Now again, this is a really bad wheel, folks. It's in very bad condition. It's actually got parts of the lacquer broken away, and that's where all of that dirt is here that you won't see coming away. But you're getting the idea of...
See, they are alloy wheels, but it could be that you've got like the plastic hub caps. They can be cleaned with it as well, no problem.
Yeah, perfect.
I love the fact they've got the tyre product in there as well, because you can have the best cleaned alloy wheels, the best cleaned body of the car, but if your rubber wheels look mucky, it still looks a dirty car.
Now there we go. So 20% of the car we all agreed on roughly is what I've done there. So 20% of the car in how long?
Just over 2 minutes.
Okay, so 2 minutes, that's 20% of it. So 5 times 2 minutes is 10 minutes.
24-hour deal, remember, so please don't miss out on this. 262677 is your item number. When you're on the website, shopontv.co.uk, do have a look around the website. There's loads on there, incredible deals. If you spend more than £30, of course, you can spread your payments PayPal in 3, and that's interest-free, so no additional charges for you there at all. Now, for me, you were saying that you've kind of intimated mess on cars, but actually I think this is a really mucky bonnet, and when you see your sort of before and after that we've got here, the difference is extraordinary. But maybe people have just joined us, maybe they've just joined us on ITV and they haven't seen this product in action before. One of the things that's worrying me looking at this is that this looks like it has lots of grit on it. Yeah. And I'm thinking, if Alan starts like rubbing this, am I not going to scratch my paintwork?
But that's exactly what would happen, and that's why when you go to clean your car the traditional way, when you've got a bucket and a hose and you've got boots on, you've got gloves, you've got waterproof stuff on, all of that thing, you first of all get your pressure washer and you get rid of that grit before you then actually clean. And if I was to get this cloth here now, where that grit is, and it's sugar basically, folks, just to give you an idea, and I started to do that, and that was bits of grit, of course it's going to scratch. Bits of salt, when they start to salt the roads and things like that, of course it's going to scratch. It certainly won't. It will give us scratches 100%. But inside of this here from M Sport, in this waterless wash wax, what we have is surfactants, and these little fellows are in this formulation, and what they do is when you spray it on where the grit is, it actually gets itself underneath those bits of grit and removes it from the surface of the car,
sort of
lifts it away and encapsulates it, so it puts a little bubble around it. And that's why one of the reasons I said don't push really hard on this, don't scrub, because you don't want to pop those little
and that's when
bubbles.
The less is more really comes into play.
Exactly. Let those, in a square inch of microfiber cloth, it can be up to 250,000 fibers.
A quarter of a million?
Yeah, in 1 square inch on those.
And
That's what it's called, microfibers.
And that's why it kind of grips onto
so
things.
You
and
imagine
pulls it
as you're
away.
cleaning, you've got millions of these little fingers working to clean and to lift those bits of dirt, like little ants. So what we do is we spritz on like so, okay? And once you do that, it immediately jumps into action, because what happens is it basically starts to break down the dirt. Now we mentioned the surfactants, but you've got petroleum distillates as well. Now those petroleum distillates are starting to break down the bits of grit. So if I just do that now, you can see that the dirt that's underneath there, can you see the way it's kind of liquidizing almost onto my finger? It's breaking that down and it's liquidizing it, and that's what it's doing. So now when I get the cloth here, now remember, we're not pressing really hard on this. Drop the cloth onto your car, catch it, but no, I'm not scrubbing. It's not last night's burnt on dinner. All I'm doing is that, just the lightest of touches, I'm letting the surfactants, petroleum distillates, I'm letting the mixture inside of this, the science that's gone into it, work. I'm letting those microfiber cloths do their job, those microfiber fingers do the job and do the work. Go backwards or forwards or side to side. Try to avoid circular motions, and if you are using circular motion, don't worry, it's fine, but they've just, when they were testing this, they found it better to go backwards or forwards or side to side, okay? Now that's the cleaning. You'll all agree that that is pretty clean, and that cloth is now pretty filthy, okay?
Yeah.
All that dirt is gone. Now if we just show you there, that little reflection just there, you don't see much of a reflection. But now we always get our second microfiber cloth, which is for the buffing. And the same principle applies. Do not push hard on this, because if you do, Shona, you can see that starting to shine already. But if I start to go hard on that, you can see it's not shining the same at all.
That's weird.
So it's the lightest little touch. Allow those fingers to work this, okay? What we're doing is we're cleaning, 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 and then of course what we've done is we have now brought up that shine of the carnauba wax. Remember the UV protection, remember the protection against the bird lime as well, and bringing up that fabulous shine on that really old bonnet that I got from a breaker's yard, and now you can see the reflection
the clarity
is
of the
quite
reflection.
different.
Absolutely amazing and so easy to use.
Super easy. Please don't work hard.
An amazing deal. £20 is going to get you this home tonight, but it is a 24-hour deal. It's super, super busy. 25%, a quarter of our stock has now sold out. As Alan said, he's not sure whether we could ever get it back at this price, because it was bought in bulk to give you the best price possible. So please don't miss out on that. And it is just a 24-hour deal. So we've no idea when we'll get stock back in of your M Sport, but also what price it'll be when it comes back in. So do please make sure you check out your baskets. 262677. We have had an email in.
Oh, we've been inundated with an email.
We have from Carol Sowerby. Good evening, Carol. It's lovely.
Hey, Carol, how's it going?
She's lovely, and she's always such a support watching us on our different shows. But Carol wants to know, can you use it on number plates?
Yes, of course you can. Absolutely use it on every single part of the car, Carol, every bit outside of the car. Doesn't matter which part, so chrome, plastics, rubber surrounds, glass, paint work. You can use it on everything, number plates, the whole lot.
Carbon fibre?
Carbon fibre, yes, of course you can.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
so even if you've, maybe my other half loves his motorbike and, has added little bits and pieces, so you can use it on all of those
Don't use it on the saddle because you'll slide. Don't use it on the handlebars because you'll slip.
What about the, well, in that case, going into the car with our cockpit shine, can we use it on the steering wheel? Oh, sorry.
No, do you know what? Actually, I don't know the answer to it. I would say no to that because it may be a little bit slippery.
So just use your microfiber cloth just to finish off the dusting on that.
Yes.
Incredible product. Very, very busy. You've just heard just 25% of our stock has now gone. It is a 24-hour deal, or while stocks last, and at this rate they are flying out of the door. I have to say, even at the normal price, the $34.99, if you actually broke it down into what you're getting here, you're getting 2 litres of your waterless wash and wax. So that is your hero product. That's your cleaning product. It cleans, it polishes, and it protects, and we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll ask Alan what we mean by the protecting. But you've also got all of those dressing products, if you like, but there's one product in there that I think is extraordinary, and that's the rain guard, because I drove down tonight from Nottinghamshire to Covent Garden, where we are the studio is, and it was absolutely lashing with rain, and it didn't seem to matter how fast I had my windscreen wipers on, they didn't seem to be shifting the water in time. This is really going to make a difference with that, and that's just one product. And if you actually think about if you went into a Halfords or a DIY store, a home base, or wherever it might be, and you tried to buy all of these individual bottles, you would be looking around £6 a pop on each of these, and the rest with the waterless wash and wax with the Hero product. So it is incredible value, but for just 24 hours. Jump onto the website, ShopOnTV.co.uk, but also you can pick up the phone if you'd rather speak to a human being on 03333 241241. Now, when I watched this next little bit of film upstairs before the show, I was like, oh, I can't believe that Alan's done this. Now, your car is your pride and joy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
However, if your pride and joy had been vandalised, say, you would be absolutely gutted, except you wouldn't if you had your M Sport.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay,
Yep.
even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you'd think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and it is super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
Very good morning if you've just joined us here on Shop on TV. My name's Shona. Great to have your company this morning. Don't forget that we are live if you do want to write in and maybe you've got a question about what this product does, or maybe you have just joined us, you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. What is this incredible 24-hour deal that we've got on your M Sport waterless wash and wax bundle? Well, I'm going to take you through absolutely everything that you're getting because the value is extraordinary. Just £20, but that is a 24-hour deal, so please don't miss out on this. 2 litres of your Hero product, your M Sport waterless wash and wax. What does it do?
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here, the M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
If that was all you were getting for the £20, I think it would be money well spent, but it isn't. There's so much more in this bundle. We're going to stay on the outside of our car and we are going to solve all of those windscreen issues. You know, if you do feel like I did tonight that your windscreen wipers just aren't working quickly enough, or maybe you want to use it on your shower screen or your mirrors in the house, this is the product. This is your rain guard.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so. And that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
Now, there's nothing better than those brand new tyres on your car. The minute you drive off, they get dull and they look a little bit scuffed. Not now, with your tyre dressing.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport. And it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better. And that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre. And once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
All right, you're feeling $1 million now. The outside of your car looks absolutely fabulous. You're sitting up straight, you're enjoying driving the car. But what about inside the car? There's nothing better than that new car smell. Now, this is brilliant because M Sport have come up with a formulation that you can use not only on fabric upholstery, but also on leather.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
I don't know what it is about my car, or whether it's just, you know, something that I don't notice in anyone else's car, but the front part of my car, the cockpit of my car, seems to be an absolute dust magnet. How are you going to solve that and have that beautiful smell in the car as well? Well, we have a cockpit cleaner.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
And then, of course, you do get your 4 microfiber cloths in there as well. And when you see Alan, if you have just joined us, when you see Alan actually using these products, these are exactly the cloths that you want to use. But you can use them inside the house as well. They don't have to be just for the waterless wash and wax. 24-hour deal. That's all you've got to get this £20 deal, and we do not know when we'll get more stock, and indeed if we do get more stock, what price it'll be. Now, we've had a fantastic email and a photograph sent in from Lee in Cambridge to show us how his... Oh, wow! Oh my goodness, that is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that's Lee. I've known Lee, never met him, but I have known of Lee, and I've definitely gone back about 5 years at least with Lee, who's been using that, and he uses it all over. Because one of the questions he asked was, could he use it on that brass finish? We said, try it first. And I actually went back to the company and said, can we use it on the brass? And they said yes, and we let Lee know. And how beautiful is that? Lee never sends a picture of himself in, though. He should send a picture of himself.
Oh, we'd love to see you actually driving that absolutely gorgeous vehicle. That is utterly stunning. But this just shows, this is a pride and joy. This is a heritage vehicle. This is something that is absolutely loved and has history behind it. And you can still use this product on it. You don't have to be fearful at all.
No, it doesn't have to be new, old, you know, whether it's a classic car, whether it's a sports car, whether... In fact, I have used this product on Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and all those types of things. It's absolutely fine to use. Just remember the golden rule, don't scrub. You just spritz it on and just lightly rub over. Let the surfactants, petroleum distillates, let all of the ingredients in there and those microfiber cloths do the job.
Come on, you know, who doesn't love that? Less is more.
Yeah.
And you were saying actually that's not just with the pressure that you use, it's actually with the amount of product that you use as time goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. And the more you use it, the less you use of it, because you're building up that resistance. I tell you what I'd love to do as well here is just to show you this wheel here that we did. And I think it's clear to see which half we've done and which half we haven't done. But look at the actual tyre as well.
Yes.
At how shiny that is. We did that a little bit earlier on. Looks fab, doesn't it?
So you've used the tyre dressing on there as well.
Yeah, you can see here how dull it looks, but over here how great it looks with the tyre dressing, just giving that shine. Just let me look at that. If I do that, look, you can see how great that looks compared to the other side.
Catching the light brilliantly.
Brilliant, yeah. And what it looked like before completely as well was that. And I'm going to clean the other half as well for you. By the way, can you do me a little favour,
I
Sean?
can. What would you like?
Can you say a very special hello to Barry Nurse, who is looking...
Barry Nurse?
Barry Nurse, he's watching right now. And...
I'm going to say a very, very special hello to Barry Nurse, and I'm going to say this is not any waterless wash and wax. This is M Sport waterless wash and wax.
Oh! Love it. Love
Hi,
it, love it. So let's clean the other half and let's do the tyre as well. Now, remember with this, you've got super ingredients in here. Please let them do the work. You'll use this on the tyre as well to get the dirt from the tyre.
So you're actually using it onto the rubber as well, so not just onto the...
Not just the wheel itself.
Right, okay.
Now, remember the ingredients in this are the ingredients in here are safe to use on your alloy wheel. They're not going to corrode or break down the lacquer of your alloy wheel. It is safe to use because the formulation of this has to be super safe to use, and it has to be absolutely perfect and not damage the wheels in any way, shape or form. So once we do that, we get our second cloth. Then remember, always buff, okay, like so. And once you've done the buffing on it, actually I forgot to do the tyre, so I'll bring that around the tyre to give that a bit of a clean. And once you've buffed, you've brought up that shine. You must always do that, remember, because it gives it the gloss and the beautiful
that was
shine.
so quick. It's like blink 182 and it's ready. It's incredible.
It is. It's so good. Yeah. And then spritz a little bit of this on. Again, you probably overuse this, but you've got lots of it, so it's fine. Once you do that, then just spend a bit of a moment just giving that a rub into your tyre.
So what you said there about you've got lots of it. So with the waterless wash and wax, with the actual cleaning product, we're saying that a litre will do, on average, 5 medium-sized vehicles.
Yeah, around 5.
But the other 4 products that you've got, you think are going to last a lot longer than that?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Yeah, they'll last you much longer. You don't need much of them, but look at that completely...
That looks like a brand new tyre.
It just looks like a brand new wheel as well. Just look at that. Look when I just tilt that. You can see what it looked like. It was horrible, it was dull, it was messy. But again, it just brings it up, and you've got everything that you need to clean every single part of your car. So, you know, you are literally... I mean, what I'd like to do, guys, if it's okay, is actually go through these here on the table that I have here. So we did mention these. So again, Shona, not just to go over what you said, but the formulation in this is absolutely incredible. You will overuse it to begin with, but of course, what we will end up doing is the more you get used to it, the less you'll use of it, okay?
And when you overuse it, I mean, you're not making a mistake.
No.
You're just kind of wasting products that you don't need to use. So, you know, maybe use a little bit less, and if you want to use a bit more after that, you can. Now, this is the most incredible deal. It really is. Remember, though, this is a 24-hour deal only for this £20, so please do not miss out on this. There's your item number, 262677. So the formulation of our waterless wash and wax is just second to none, isn't it?
Exactly. Now what we have then is you've done the outside of your car here, so you know we're doing all the plastics, all the glass, everything with this, the chrome and everything. Then the only thing you want to do is your tyre dressing, so you would dress your tyre. But then also we want to give you that rain protection, that nanotechnology that's in this here to give you that protection on your windscreen.
That's a game changer, that product.
Absolutely. And then inside we want you to be able to clean the dashboard, clean the door cards, clean all of those things, and of course your upholstery. But what if I have leather upholstery, or what if I have cloth upholstery? It doesn't matter. Fabric and leather cleaner just there. So again, absolutely stunning. Every single part of your car is looked after by the M Sport, and the quality of these is second to none.
And you also get your 4 microfiber cloths as well.
Yep.
I wanted to ask a question about the waterless wash and wax. Now, is there any area of the car that we shouldn't use it on?
As a rule of thumb, okay, and this is not scientifically written like that, but as a rule of thumb, my thing to you is don't use it on your windscreen.
Okay.
And the reason for that is that there's wax in it, and you might, okay, get a glare as the sun is getting low in some of the evenings. You may get a glare and you might not be able to see. That's just a might, okay? I personally, I personally use it on the windscreen.
You do?
I do. But if you
And
want
the
to
mirrors?
use, the mirrors, absolutely,
Yes.
perfect. What you can do is you could get a little bit of just soap and water if you want to clean the windscreen, rinse it off, let it dry, and then use your M Sport rain guard should you want. But as I say, personally for me, I use it on the windscreen.
Incredible. So you've got 6 bottles of formulas, if you like, there, and of course you do have your 4 microfiber cloths on this 24-hour deal, just £20. Now, of course, if you wanted to multi-buy on these, you could, and that would take you over your £30. But of course, you could go onto the website shopontv.co.uk, and at that point, you could have a look. You just pop something into the search bar if you want. Maybe there's something within our show. Now, lots of you have actually been shopping ahead this evening and have also popped into your baskets your Sweep Easy here. Remember, you do get capped delivery as well on this. And I do want to give you a chance to check your baskets out on your M Sport, but also whilst you do, have a look at how brilliant this product is. Another thing that would be great to pop into, especially with the mucky, muddy weather that is coming up. Probably already here from the way I drove through that storm coming down.
What a cool product.
Oh, it's
We're going
amazing.
double bubble today.
Double bubble, yeah. So you're going to get the Sweep Ease Pro and the Sweep Ease. Let's show you on the carpet first, okay? So remember, the way it's been designed with a silicone blade, it creates an electrostatic charge. So just short, sharp little strokes, and look at that, Matt. It doesn't matter if you've got a short pile, deep pile. It could just be a rug, a runner. It just lifts all that hair straight up to the surface.
Hair is hiding in the carpet.
Exactly. We're not saying it's going to replace your big upright vacuum cleaners. They're great machines, but for a quick sweep and a quick dust, there's nothing quite like the Sweep Ease.
But it's going to save your vac because you're not there pulling it out of the blades and the brushes in your vacuum.
Yeah, and not only that, if you want to take it to a staircase, I mean, you can feel the weight.
Yeah.
Under £1 in weight. It's super
incredible.
lightweight, okay? Great for hanging on the back of a door as well. For storage purposes, ideal. But remember, also for storage, it's left to loosen, right to tighten. It breaks down as simple as that. So if you've got maybe a holiday home out in Spain, these are great on bathroom wall tiles, floor
like how you
tiles.
just say holiday home out in Spain, like a dreamer. We're like,
Yeah, well that's
one
it.
day. Yeah.
So on the carpet, it's great for the hair. As I say, it doesn't matter if you go with the pile or whether you go against the pile. It works with a short pile, deep pile. It could just be a rug, it could just be a runner, but it'll lift all that hair. You can just scoop it up now, pop it straight in the bin, or vacuum it up, mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, we've got pets, especially the big sort of...
The big dogs.
The hairy, furry, shaggy dogs.
That's it. Or the golden reliever, big dog, big mess.
Yeah.
So we'll show you down here on some crumbs too.
Cats, guinea pigs, and
That's it. Well, if you've got pets, like a cat maybe, this could be a bit of cat litter. In the kitchen in my house, it's normally the kids with crumbs. So we've got some cornflakes down there, a little bit of rice, a little bit of lentils.
Yeah.
Now, these floors, they're not for looking at, they're for walking on.
You've gone extreme with the
We've gone
demonstration.
extreme
haven't
there,
we?
so we're going to crunch these right in. We'll make it really fine. Now, it's been designed, it's quad-bladed. So the first blade gets the little crumbs, the next one will get the big ones, and so forth and so forth. So even the minute dust particles, it collects.
So regardless of the size of the crumbs,
Size of the dust,
it's gathering
crumbs or
using
bits.
these quad
blades. That's it. You can see it just there, getting all messy out, all the hair stuck to it. That's an electrostatic charge that it creates. So it just pulls everything in, and it's nice and easy to clean. Just rinse it under the tap. That's it.
Perfect.
You don't need a brush to clean a brush. And also, it'll get right into the corners, the edges. Okay.
So I know you when you get your what is it, the kitchen cabinet?
Yeah, the kickboards. Yeah,
the
right on the
kickboards,
kickboards, right into the corners and edges. Because it's flexible as well, it'll go straight underneath a sofa, a bed, a TV stand, an armchair. You can bring all that dog hair straight in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scoop this over onto this white floor so you can actually just see the really fine bits it's picked up, just for all our viewers at home.
As well. Look at
That's it. Now we're going to go one step further now. Maybe you've had a breakage at home. Maybe it's a glass, a vase. Normally when you break a glass, correct me if I'm wrong, you'll reach for the broom or sweeping brush first of all.
Yeah.
And then what's the second thing you need to reach for now? It's all right on the big bits, but normally for the fine bits, you need to get that vacuum
very
cleaner
dusty
out.
bits of glass.
Yeah,
that,
very, very fine shards.
that I feel from personal experience in the past. You avoid those.
Yeah.
They get you without.
Well, as I say,
you
normally you'd
realising.
sweep it up with a regular broom, and then you normally vacuum over the top
Yeah.
to get the fine bits up. Remember, the way the sweepies has been designed, any very, very fine particles, any fine dust, all gets collected.
Oh,
we
that is-
are that confident.
Yeah. Luke, it's not missing a beat, is
Not
it?
one little crumb, not one little drop. But
This
also,
is amazing. Even just for this job
Just
here
for that one
alone,
job alone.
before the hair, before
Yeah.
the dust, before the crumbs, just because we all know the next time we're going to drop a jam jar or a glass, it's going to happen.
Exactly.
And if we trust ourselves, we still don't trust the grandkids. And the times I've said to my children, please don't come into the kitchen until Daddy's sorted
Daddy's
this mess
hoovered
out.
up, maybe.
I really,
Yep.
I can't trust it. Put your socks and slippers on. You
And
know,
that's
do
the other
not
bit.
come in here with bare feet.
anything that's on that blade, as you can see,
Yeah.
it's all collected into the quad blades.
That's fantastic.
You can just literally take this to the tap,
Yeah.
a little rinse off. We've just got some water down there, a little bit of soap, and that's it, nice and
Oh,
clean
that's
again. Or you
so
could just take an
easy.
antibacterial spray and spray it down and give it a quick wipe. Whereas a traditional broom, you always need a brush to clean a brush.
Get into the bristles.
Yeah.
You don't know what's hiding in there.
Now, I love it for tiles. We've got a lot of pets in my house, the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the wood floors, so whether it's wood laminate, Antico, Cardine, or whether it's a soft cushion floor,
Yeah.
these floors always hide the dust. Now watch. You can see every last little bit of dust, hair,
The satisfaction.
fibre gets picked up.
Imagine collecting all of those bits and bobs and dust and fur and hair that you didn't know was there.
Well, if we would go back to the carpet very
yeah,
quickly.
please
Okay.
do. Take us there.
Normally, what happens is when you use a traditional vacuum cleaner, you'll start to get the hair up, and then where does all that hair go, Matt? It goes around the brush.
It does, doesn't it?
You know, like the roller.
You get snagged.
So
in
what you
there
end up
with
doing
the
is you
scissors.
take a pair of scissors, you're cutting all the hair away.
Yep.
It takes literally,
We've
as I say,
been there, haven't we?
a second to pick up and use, a second to wash up and clean. Just remember, when we use it on carpet, the secret is short, sharp little strokes, just like I'm doing now. That creates that electrostatic charge, and then, as I say, all the hair, the muck, the dust will just gravitate to that little blade.
Because then, I mean, not that you'd probably have to, but feel free to go over it with your vac the next day,
The very next day,
or
that's
whenever
up
it
to
might
you.
be.
You might even just want to vacuum that hair up. You might not want to touch it.
Yeah.
Just vacuum it up, nice and simple,
And it's gone.
nice and easy.
But that was hiding in the carpet.
Yeah, you couldn't even see it. Yeah, you couldn't even see it. So as I say, it doesn't matter if it was a short pile, the deep pile, a rug, a runner, it just collects everything. We'll kick that on there just so all the viewers at home can see.
You can see exactly what you've got. Yeah, you've created a wizard's beard.
Yeah, and you can even see
That's
just there on the white floor how much fine hair, dust and particles it really just picks up. Now, this is your Sweepies, but we also do the Sweepies Pro.
Right, okay.
So this one's great for all your carpets, your hardwood floors like wood laminate, as I say, Antico, Cardine, a soft cushion floor. You'll know how to separate the two. This one's quad bladed.
Right.
And this one's not. So I'm just going to pop
So
this
that's
one
got the design in it. It's got the quad blade technology here up at the top. That's the one that Luke's been demonstrating with so far. Don't worry, you do get both. So if you're thinking, oh, hang on a minute, what about the Sweepies? What did Luke just
Sweepies
call
Pro.
it? Exactly, but you don't need to panic because you get both.
You get both. You
anyway.
get both in the bundle.
No worries. No, just no more than one item number or anything. There it is on your screen. So
The
174500.
Sweepies Pro,
Yeah.
this one's got more of a rigid blade.
Okay.
So what you do with this is on things like glass. So maybe we want to go over to the little mirror,
for
window.
sure.
It
Okay,
could
let's
be
go.
a shower door or even a shower
So
screen.
vertical. So this one's got into all the crevices, and you can choose your colour, by the way. Yeah, this one's a grey one. I've just gone for the grey one naturally, but you've got red or blue to choose from too. But you are getting both Sweepies today. You're getting both of them. So you're getting the one that Luke's just been demonstrating with, plus the Pro, which we're about to see on a vertical job.
With
isn't it?
Pro, you can use it in conjunction with the handle for high up windows that you can't reach or get to.
Okay.
If you can get to any of the windows mirrors, that's how you turn it into a handheld.
So easy.
So simple, so easy. Also, if you want to take the Pro outside, use it in the boot of the car, it will lift the dog hair up just as good as your regular sweepies
That
do.
is brilliant. 'Cause if you've tried to vac the boot, that gets knitted in and you just can't get it out. That's a brilliant job to know.
A little bit of glass cleaner, any brand, it doesn't matter. You don't have to use a glass cleaner, you could just use some distilled water and look, just pull it straight down. Shower door, shower screen, car windscreen, but what it'll do is it'll give you a streak and smear free result, and also it's completely bone dry instantly.
So
and again,
cleaning, drying and gathering all that water at the
that's
same
it.
time.
Wipe off the blade. It's as easy as that to keep it nice and clean. In the winter time, I like to take this one, the Pro,
Can
outside.
I just say, I really dislike when you take it off me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Time. Like, no,
the Pro, use it outside.
It just shows you though, just that you will love yours when you get yours. So I've become attached to it.
Well, you could use it for scraping the ice and snow off the windscreen of the car. You know, in the winter time. There you go. I'll give you that back because I know you really want that. Let's go back down to these floors and we'll make more of a mess down on the floors. As I say, it doesn't matter if it's a real wood or a wood laminate.
I love this. I've seen a few things get thrown off from the high chair before, but
that's it. It could be the kids around the high chair. Like I said, even if we really crush it in there, we grind it down so it's a really fine crumb. Yeah, exactly. And as I say, the worst floors to clean, 9 times out of 10, are something like the wood floors. They're the ones that create the dust and the hair. So if you've got any wood flooring, you'll already know this at home. Remember, not just designed for your hard floors, carpets too. We'll move on to the carpets in a second. And it's just so simple and so easy to use. Doesn't matter if you're right-handed, left-handed user, it really doesn't matter. As I say, you can just sweep it all up into a little pile, vacuum it up, or just literally collect it with a dustpan. It's as simple as that.
I love the way you've got the quad blade technology. It's easy to wash and wipe clean. Run it over with an anti-bac wipe or an anti-bac spray with some kitchen roll and you've cleaned it. You're not worried about what's in the bristles or anything.
Nothing
and
like
the bristles aren't missing anything. You've got that continuous, you almost think like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Or where has this been all my life? Why haven't I bought one before? But you know, they've not been widely available, have they?
No. Shop TV have got the exclusive.
Oh, love that. Shop on TV with the exclusive. We can say exclusive. Shop on TV. There it is.
You've got
sing it loud.
The exclusive. So it's the first time it's ever been in the UK, literally till now. As I say, quick rinse off. Okay, we'll do the glass again because I really like the glass, just to really prove that.
Well, because we've all been there. We've all dropped a bowl, a glass,
a wine glass, maybe.
A jar, never
full.
never full. never full if you can help.
So as I say, we've got the really fine glass down there, and as I say, that's what you'd normally use the vacuum cleaner for, the very fine bits. Listen, in one single swipe, we are that confident.
Amazing that.
And we'll get the rest of it up. Amazing. So it doesn't matter if it's the fine things, you can see it just creating the fine.
One sweep. You did that with one sweep.
Yeah.
Like you weren't there, with going back over it and over it and over it, because the bristles got some but not all. This is the single blade technology with the quad blade design, sweeping everything left to right on the whole sweep. Here it is in action in a few pre-recorded images now, going in and under a table. You can see there. You can see it going on vertical surfaces now. Now, whichever sweepies you're using, you could use them how you feel comfortable. So go vertical or horizontal. Love collecting the hair in the shower like that. And if you've got a broom and if you've tried doing it with the broom before and kept missing bits, or if you've got wet spills and you're just panicking thinking, okay, there's a load of milk or orange juice on the floor or an egg with the egg shell. Do I pick up the pieces of eggshell and then wipe up the egg? You just get it all with the sweepies. It's easy.
174500, that is amazing. I've never seen that before. I've literally watched the entire bit of film there going, that's extraordinary. But of course, if you put that and our 24-hour deal for our M Sport bundle, our 10-piece bundle, that's going to take you over your threshold for your PayPal in 3. So you're going to be able to spread the cost of both of those products to get them home and make it easier to afford. Now, if you have just joined us, a very warm welcome to you here at Shop on TV. My name's Shona. I'm joined by the lovely Alan Ennis here in the studio, taking you through some amazing demonstrations, and we're going to give you some more of those in a moment. But I want to go through the whole bundle that we've got because it is extraordinary value. But we've got over a third of our stock now flown out of the door. So it could be either, it's clock or stock, isn't it? So it's either going to go within the 24 hours and we don't know what price this is going to go up to. It might not go back up to the full price, but it's going to be more than your £20, or we'll get no stock left and then we don't know when it's going to come back, and then of course we don't know what price will be negotiated. This is the price that's been negotiated for this bundle today. So please do make sure that you get it into your basket. 262677. 10 pieces made up of 2 litres of your hero product, I'm calling it. This is your waterless wash and wax. If you don't know what that means, if you are still cleaning your car, your motorbike, your caravan with buckets of water and loads of different products, have a look at this and your mind will be changed.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
Now your 2 litres of your waterless wash and wax will clean around average size, medium, 10 cars. So work the maths out on that. This is going to be, when I take you through, it's going to be inside and out of your car for £2 a pop. Now, talking about outside, this is brilliant, this is genius, and I have to say, with the weather that we're having at the moment, it's torrential rain tonight, driving down from Nottinghamshire. If you feel that your windscreen wipers don't go fast enough to move the water, you are going to want your rain guard.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so. That is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
Now, what about those tyres? I have to say, they can make your car look tired, can't they? You know, when your tyres look tired, the whole car can look tired. Within your 10-piece bundle, you've got your tyre dressing as well.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport. And it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better. And that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre. And once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
Right, the outside of the car is looking spick and span. I sound like Mary Poppins. And it looks just as if you've driven it off the forecourt from the showroom. What about inside though? There's nothing better than that new car smell. Actually, my other half's just got a new car and it just smells exquisite. But you can recreate that at home because M Sport have come up with this incredible formulation for your upholstery, whether your upholstery is fabric or indeed it's leather.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport Leather and Fabric Cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally. And then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry. And that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto! We've got you covered.
And for the dust magnet that is the cockpit, you've also got your cockpit shine.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
And of course, within that amazing 24-hour deal, you are going to get your 4 microfiber cloths. Incredible quality as well. Don't think they're just any old microfiber cloths. Alan, who I'm going to, if you've just joined us, I'm going to introduce you to in a moment, was in a car part shop today, and he saw a stack of microfibers, 6 cloths for £4.95, and he said the quality really was not great. These are fabulous. Machine washable as well, so you can use them time and time again. You don't have to just use them with your bundle, you can use them around the house as well, you know, for cleaning the loo and for cleaning in doing your washing up. So it's an amazing deal. Remember, it is just for 24 hours and already over a third of our stock has gone. So do please make sure that you get that into your basket and get it checked out. Multi-buy as well, because did you say up to 2 hours? 2 hours
yeah.
you get out of your
yeah,
2
yeah.
years.
Yeah, it's 2 years.
years.
Yeah, it's fine. You can leave it there. There's no problem at all. There was something I was going to say to you, and I've totally forgotten. Anyway, it'll come back to me.
Well, it must have been a lie.
Well, no.
That's what my mother always
That's what
says
my
to
mum
me.
used to say
Is
as well.
it?
Yeah,
my
exactly.
mum would go, well, it must have been a lie.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no.
oh, sorry.
Shauna is watching as well. We've got to say hi to Shauna. Shauna, good morning.
Hello, Shauna. My namesake. Well, almost.
Almost. Shauna. Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
AU?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, AU, yeah.
With an GH on the end, maybe?
Yeah,
Is she?
S-H-A-U-N-A.
S-H-A-U-N-A. So she's almost the same as me.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Adam, my namesake.
Okay. Right, so this is you bought this today, didn't you?
I bought this today, yeah, just as a demonstration, because I want you to see and just, you know, number one, how well this cleans, but also it reminds me to tell you how this keeps things cleaner for longer as well. So we always think that glass and things are really smooth, and they do look smooth, but if you have your phone in your hand, go into your search engine and just type into it glass under a microscope, and it's like literally it's the craziest thing.
Surface of the moon.
It's mad, it's crazy. And that's where the dirt and the rain sticks to. So when the dirt and the rain comes, the rain with the dirt in it, and hits your windscreen, it can hold on to those imperfections, and the water will just stick there, and the water will evaporate and leave the dirt behind, and that's how it all builds. But if we can help the surface of that become less undulations, less imperfections, well, that's great. Now we get to do that with this product here because of the carnauba wax that's actually inside this. And I'll show you the carnauba in a second, but just take a look at that, and I'm going to show you again. You imagine like all of the stuff that's going on behind here that's designed to send that light out to the road so you can see clearer.
And people can see us.
And people can see us, exactly. So I'm going to just spin this around, right? So apparently we've got something to see.
Oh, Lee has sent a new picture, is this?
Oh, has he?
Lee sent us another picture of that beautiful car that he showed us, but he's in it, he's in it.
Ah, there's Lee. Oi, oi. Go on, Lee. Nice one.
Oh, I'm just getting my specs.
There you go.
Look
Thanks,
how
Lee.
gorgeous. I'm loving the outfit as well, Lee. That's fantastic. Now, Lee's been using this product, the Hero product, the waterless wash and wax, for over 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, Cambridge Vintage Tours. Lee did say to me many times that if I'm up around there, he'll take me around in the car.
Love a little ride
I've got to do that, actually. Do you know something? Tina, Neve and Sean and myself and Ellie, I think actually we are going to be meeting in the next couple of weeks, and I think we should say let's meet in Cambridge.
Yeah.
And let's contact Lee. Lee, if you don't mind, well, actually no, I already have Lee's email because I had to email him back. Lee, I'll contact you, and then maybe the four of us can meet up and we can go for a little jaunt and you can bring us around. That'd be
and
nice.
Cambridge is such a beautiful city as well.
And then we'll treat you to some lunch afterwards to say thanks. That'd be lovely.
And might you take him some waterless wash and wax?
You never know.
Right, so thank you so much, Lee. Absolutely brilliant. If anybody else wants to send any pictures of your car that you've used your waterless wash and wax on, then do. We've still got a little bit of time. studio@shopontv.co.uk, or also if you've got any questions about where you might be able to use these products on a vehicle or inside the house as well.
Inside the house, your mirrors, your windows, your UPVC surrounds. You can use it on high glass cabinets. You know, you could use it on the front of this because this is high glass here. You know, you can use it on shower doors. You can use it on your taps, which I use, and it's brilliant. And again, with that wax, it actually keeps the water stains away. You can use it on your tiles that are on your wall and stuff. Don't use it on your bath, or don't use it on tiles in your shower because it will be slippery. Okay?
What about like if you've got like chrome extractor hoods and things?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely perfect.
Brilliant, because again, the products that you, specialist products that you buy, they just leave streaks.
Yeah. Use it, use it. Let's clean this. I'm going to turn it around. You can see what it looks like just there now, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to spin this around and I'm just going to give this a little bit of a clean. But again, the point of this little demonstration is, I mean, you know, people would say, yeah, but Alan, if I clean mine, it's going to get dirty anyway. And I do clean my window, my lights. But the point is that with the Carnauba wax filling in those imperfections, you know, what it's doing is it genuinely, and I really mean this, when you use this product, it actually keeps the surfaces that you use it on cleaner for longer. So you will find that that really clear glass will stay cleaner for longer. You ready for this?
I have to say, when you turn this round to face the camera, actually at this point I feel like can reach through the glass.
Yeah, you don't think it's there.
in there because it's so sparkly clean.
Yeah. Let's have a look what it looked like before, and then we can show you what it looks like now, and just see that comparison. So there's what it looked like before, and again, just have a little look at it now. And it does this, look, it really does clean the products, your car, as good as that. You know, your dirt is on it, because remember, your car, the lacquer on your car is very hard wearing, you know, apart from bird lime and stuff like that getting onto it, but it's hard wearing, and it will keep its luster and its shine, and especially if you protect it from the beginning. Like I said, when I got our car first, I immediately cleaned it. Well, I didn't clean it, it was already clean, but I used the waterless wash wax on it to put that coating on.
It's so interesting you should say that, because I just said a little while ago that my other half's just got a new car, and he did exactly that. He got it back from the showroom and he put the wax on it, so it gave it that protection.
That bit of protection.
Now, you mentioned about like the bird lime and that kind of thing. You know, on some cars you have like plastic trims, and it sort of almost goes cloudy and a little bit kind of almost like a charcoal colour.
Yeah, it goes.
Black.
Yeah, it does. It goes really weird. Now that's UV damage for the most part on that. Now, of course, UV damage is we can't help it. We park our cars out. You know, did you ever go up to your car sometimes and lean out and go, "Whoa, it's really hot"?
Yeah.
Well, that's really damaging. Yeah, you can fry an egg. You know, it's damaging to the plastics. The UV damage is it's actually bad for the rubber surrounds because it can dry them out. And again, by using this, you are putting protection on all of those things. But this has a natural UV protection built into it, and that is thanks to this here, which is Carnauba wax. And that's what Carnauba wax looks like in its rawest form. And basically it's harvested and not cut down, the trees are not cut down, but it's harvested from the leaves of the Carnauba tree in the Amazon.
So they're not tapping it or anything?
They're not tapping or anything, because basically the tree secretes it out through its leaves. Because, okay, so here's a couple of things it did, right? So let me pop this back in here now. So basically what it's done is it's it secretes it out, and it's happened over probably millennia. So number one, it was having problems with the UV damage the leaves were. It was, you know, the capillaries inside, it was damaging that. Secondly, it had problems with birds pooing on it, on the leaves. It was burning the leaves and damaging the leaves. And then also, in the height of the summer, the water was evaporating out through the leaves. So when the tree, Mother Nature did what they do, and they secreted this wax, it evolved. It not only gave you UV damage, it gave you UV protection, gave you protection from the bird lime, but then it also stopped the water actually evaporating out. So now you've got that on your car, it stops the water getting onto your car surface, so it beads away. And then, and your car stays cleaner.
And also then doesn't hold on to the dirt as quickly.
Exactly.
So I love what Alan was saying about the fact that the more you use this product, actually less of the actual product you're going to use, which is brilliant. So you're going to get great longevity. You do have about a 2-year shelf life on this, so if you do want to multi-buy, please do, because this is a 24-hour deal and we don't know when we'll get that back again. So just £20. Of course, if you do multi-buy, it will take you over your PayPal in 3, so you can spread that cost interest-free. What about the little critters? I'm sure they had to deal with little critters in the Amazon, but we definitely have to deal with them on our lamps and on our windscreen on our car, don't we? This is the perfect antidote to the critters.
Have a look at the bugs on the front of this. We drove up here yesterday, 5.5 hours to get here, so we've picked up some bugs. So what I'm going to do is spritz that on.
I mean, they are normally a nightmare to get off.
Well, they get really solid on there, don't they? And they become a real issue.
When
now,
the sun comes out, it's like they're baked on
baked
there.
onto it as well. Now, sometimes you might leave to give it a couple of seconds like this, but watch this, look. You can see the bugs where they are here, just being cleaned away and nothing being left behind. Now, I'm going to implore of you, ladies and gentlemen, please do not push hard on this. This is not last night's burnt on dinner that you're trying to get rid of with a scouring cloth. This is your pride and joy at your car. Let the ingredients inside of the M Sport Waterless Wash Wax do the work for you. No hard work. That suits Alan down to the ground. And now you can see the difference on that in just a couple of seconds. Have a look at the
critters. Talking of critters, we've had an, oh, it's not there yet. I'll shut up. I'll talk about this. A 10-piece bundle on a 24-hour deal. It really is brilliant. I was looking at the original price there, the $34.99. That seems like a crazy good price anyway when you actually think about what you're getting. 2 litres of your hero product, your waterless wash and wax. 1 trigger, but you just move that from this to the other when you're ready to use it. But it is a standard size. If you are wanting to split this up and make it into gifts for different people, we're talking about Secret Santas, hush my mouth. It's only the 1st of October, but hey. But then also you've got all of these almost like specialist products here. You have this rain guard that you're going to use on your windscreen to protect and make the water bead away. If your windscreens never seem to be going fast enough, that's there for you as well. You've also got your tyre dressing there, and you know what, that just looks so fabulous, doesn't it, when maybe you've been to a valeting service and they paint on the tyre dressing. But Alan was saying some of them, not all of them, but some of them have corrosive elements in that product. This doesn't. Super gentle, but really, really effective. Then, of course, inside you have got your fabric and leather upholstery cleaner. And then finally, you have got your cockpit cleaner as well. Cockpit shine, sorry. And 4 of your microfiber cloths. All of that for just £20. 262,677. But this will be stock or clock. We have 24 hours from when we started this evening to give for you to have that price, but only if the stocks last. We are well on the way to that not happening. We are approaching 50% of our stock. So please do not miss out on this. Now I'm going to rewind. Critters! Talking of critters, we've had a lovely picture that's been sent in by Carol. She's one of our regular viewers, and we always love hearing from her and having that support. And just also, it's great to hear from all of you at home. And remember, you can email us here in the studio at shopontv.co.uk. Now, Carol has sent us a picture of her and Misty, her dog, curled up watching the show. Oh, Misty! Oh, what a pretty little dog. It's like a little French, Italian greyhound, yeah. It's so pretty, isn't it? Pretty colour as well. And lovely to see your face, Carol. Thank you sending that in, and thank you for all of your support. We really do appreciate hearing from you. So thank you so much. Now,
He looked a very contented little puppy too.
didn't he look happy?
Yeah, he just looked happy, didn't he?
I got a picture of Ovaltine just before I came on air. He was my smallest of my 4 dogs.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I was wondering what you were getting a picture of some nighttime old people's, well, not old people's, but to help you sleep drink.
Do you know what? That's really weird because I'm not sleeping very well at the moment.
Well, you
Maybe
need
I
Ovaltine.
should just take Ovaltine to bed with me. Maybe she'd help me.
Yeah.
Ovaltine is my Maltese Terrier, but Maltese Terrier because it's a malt-id drink. See what I did there?
Ah, right, yeah.
And her brother is called Horlicks. Anyway, Ovaltine.
Because it's a no, actually.
I know it's nearly 3 o'clock, Alan.
Oh, no, just, yeah.
But little Ovaltine's had a haircut since I left
Right.
this afternoon. She's like Shaun the sheep. She's going to be freezing.
No.
She's got no fur on her.
Poor thing.
Apparently, Misty is a Jack Russell Terrier. Really?
Can we have a look again?
Can we see again? Because that. Did you hear that sigh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bear with. He just has to do a bit of work now.
Kieran has to get
Kieran
it
doesn't
back
like
out the
doing-
folder, Carol. Right.
Oh, yeah, actually, yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you can see it now, actually, you look, because I think just the angle of his neck was a little bit different and it made him look.
So silky.
Yeah.
Oh, he is so cute. Those eyes.
I
They
know.
are so doting, aren't they, those little eyes?
He's lovely.
Oh, cute. Right, we are
cute.
running out of time, so we would like to get a few more demos in before the end
Yeah.
of the show. Now, this bonnet, this has been dirtied up several times this evening, hasn't it?
Yeah.
With lots of different products on here.
Yeah, there's a lot of just what I want to do is get that dull finish on it. There's paint on there as well, so I actually use real paint
Oh, right.
to dirty this down as well. You know, just to give you an idea. Now, obviously, you know what we can't. You can see how dull that is and dirty that is, and you can see that I've got some grit on there as well. It's actually sugar just to represent grit because I want to talk you through all of that. But when you go to clean your car, instead of going out with buckets and pressure washers and hoses and running power and bringing out buckets full of different things and chamois and sponges and all of this, and something for glass and something special for paintwork, something special for alloys, something special for brake dust, something special for bugs, you don't need that. You walk out there. If you want to clean outside of your car completely, couple of cloths and this. You don't need all the other stuff. That's all you need to clean every single part of outside of your car. Exactly.
How brilliant would that
Yeah.
be?
Now you'll need more than 2 cloths. I'm just saying cloths in this. And it will do all of your car, getting rid of bird poo, getting rid of tree sap. It's very specialised at getting rid of that. But then what we've done with this bundle is, and this is the truth. This is the absolute truth. I remember that when we saw bottles of 1 litres of this waterless wash wax on its own for $19.99.
I was just going to say.
Genuinely,
That's why
$19.99.
I think if it was just for the two litres,
It would be good
at
value.
that price, it would be amazing value.
But 10 things, 4 of the cloths, interior, exterior, tire shine, everything like that. So what we do, I'm going to do all of this bonnet just now. You can see actually, you can see the black here of the paint. So you can actually see the paint
Oh, so that's the paint.
on here as
Okay.
well, okay? So I'm going to do all of this bonnet now and just show you. So if you imagine we're going to do this, okay? By the way, see the grit here as well. Normally you'd be thinking that's going to scratch, but of course we have surfactants, petroleum distillates in this.
You don't have to rinse that off first.
No. If there's really thick mud on or you're a bit worried, spray an extra little spritz onto it, it's fine.
Okay.
Now this is the important bit. We always have 2 cloths. Now here's what I'm going to say to you, okay? 1 cloth is the clean, the other cloth is the buff, okay? And then what you do then is you don't put pressure on any of them, okay? You put that on here, and what I'm going to do is gather up the cloth and just go side to side. I'm putting little or no weight on this at all, and I am cleaning. Now what I'm not doing is I am not upsetting the the surfactants in here, which are getting underneath the bits of grit, and they're encapsulating them, and they are stopping and preventing them from scratching. If I press too hard, like it's last night's burnt on dinner, I may break that the encapsulation, and I might not have, I might end up getting some scratches. But when you do this correctly, you don't have to worry. Really gently, less is more. There's the filth on the cloth, you can see that there, but it's in the very dull. You can see there's very little shine or very little reflection. Our second cloth, and again, just gently. Now, here's the thing as well for you, okay? What I want you to do is, do this on panel by panel. So do the door, your passenger door, then do, exactly. Don't just spray all of the car and leave it, because what will happen is if it's in the sunshine, it will dry and the wax won't come up quite as much, as the shine won't come up quite the same. So please make sure that you just do it panel by panel. And then also what I can tell you is if it's been raining and your car is a little bit wet, you can still use this, not a problem. You can use this in direct sunlight. I'd like you to go and get waxes, specialist waxes, and read on it. It says do not use in direct sunlight.
Really?
This one you can use in direct sunlight, no problem at all. Do it panel by panel. That's the only thing that we say to you. The plastic, the chrome, every single bit of the car, and there you go. Check that out. Now you can see that wonderful shine on that. Remember, this is a really old bonnet. This bonnet is a little bit, you know, well, it's got its marks on it. It's never been looked after. You can actually see, if you look, can you see just there, Shona? That's where bird poo was.
So I was going to ask you about this. Is that sort of clouding?
Yeah.
So what happens with bird poo?
Well, it basically burns through the lacquer of the vehicle, and it will put a mark on it because it's got acid inside of it. So it will damage the car. And this has been damaged. This was sitting outside. There could be tree sap all over it. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter what type of condition your car is in. This is going to improve.
But what I was thinking was that, you know, often we might have just cleaned our car, whether it be, you know, at the car wash or having used our waterless wash and wax, and then you park it up. It's the same with anything, isn't it? And then a bird decides that it's going to leave you a deposit. The great thing about this, of course, is you can target an area. You haven't got to take the whole car and have it cleaned again.
Absolutely not. You can just go in and say quickly, if you see the bird poo, just, you know, let's say it was bird poo there, just go in and just, even if you put quite a bit on like that, just leave it for a couple of minutes, let it activate, let it get in and break it down, and then simply just rub it away. But always remember to do that buffing to bring up that beautiful Carnauba wax shine.
It's just an amazing product, and of course the waterless wash and wax, the 2 litres, is just 2 pieces of your 10-piece bundle there on your 24-hour deal of £20. Look at that. That picture there is everything you're going to get. All of the waterless wash and wax, the 2 litres of that, you get in your interior and your exterior products. And of course, you are also going to get your 4 microfiber cloths, 262 677. Running out of time, so I'm going to give you a chance to check out your baskets while you have a little look at this.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay, even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you'd think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and it is super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
Why have you got...
You have got to have confidence in your product, haven't you? Which is exactly what Alan's got. His total and utter confidence in this brand and these products to spray paint his own car. Now, that's quite an extreme demonstration, isn't it? But maybe you just want to see how this could turn your car into that showroom shine and find out a little bit more about M Sport. We'll have a look at this.
Now, M Sport, tell us about the brand first of all.
Well, M Sport are the rally team, so the world rally team. They've been world champions for many, many years, some amazing drivers over the years. And what they basically needed to do was they needed to have something that they could clean their cars with, the rally cars coming out of the dusty stages and the like, and all the road stages where they needed to clean their cars, but also cars in their showroom, cars that they've just made, cars that they're selling on to other people. They needed to have them in pristine condition. So in conjunction with the manufacturer of this, they got together to make what they feel is the perfect and the best formulation.
Now, I've got to ask you, if there's no water, everyone at home's wondering, surely you're going to scratch your car.
Yeah, that's the first thing people always think. It's not going to happen. Now, I'm going to show you this, okay, because you would think that if I got a cloth now to this here, and we can see this dirt here, and I started to do this, that the grit would, of course, started to lightly scratch and give you fine scratches on your paintwork. In fact, that's sometimes when you go through those automated washing, car wash things where you drive into them and the wheels spin or the brushes spin, you can get those really fine scratches. Well, this helps protect against that. So let me just show you, right? So I'm going to spritz this on here. And once I spritz it on, you will get a covering of this. Now, what's happening here is a couple of things. I'm going to cover all of the door. There are surfactants in here which are breaking down the road traffic film, the tar, things like that, all the organic dirt. But also then here, surfactants are getting in and they're getting underneath the bits of grit and they're encapsulating them. So they're putting a protective barrier around them.
Lifting the grit away.
Lifting the grit away. And then when you wipe to clean it then, that's when you have your protection.
If you're using water, a bucket and a sponge, that's when you're scratching the car, not when you're using this.
Yeah. Now, very important, please, no hard work. Please do not work hard. This is not last night's burnt on dinner. You're not working hard on this. All you're doing is going from side to side or backwards and forwards, up and down, I should say, to clean the car. Do not put weight on the cloth. It is counterproductive, I promise you. All you're doing is this. Now, we can already see the dirt from the car onto the cloth as it is. So remember, no hard working. I know people say, no, if you get it and work really hard on it, it's really good. It's the opposite with this. Now, again, look at this coming up already and how good that's coming up.
All it's done at the moment is cleaned. We haven't polished yet. So one cloth is for the cleaning process.
Yes. Now, it looks okay. It looks cleaner. It looks better than it was.
Yeah.
But we get our second microfiber cloth, and please use the microfiber cloths we give you. And if you need more, check on our website and get some more, because you must use microfibers. This has been made and manufactured and put together to work with the cloths, the microfiber cloths.
Look at
there
that.
is the door,
Look
John.
at the reflection
Look at
in
the
that.
difference.
Easy, effective and so quick as well. Remember, this is cleaning, it is polishing and it is protecting your car, and of course all of those extra products in there too. In fact, one of the products is your tyre dressing. Nothing better than your car looking brand spanking new with brand new tyres on it.
I want to show you, because you mentioned that tyre dressing as well. So let's come back here now and let's clean this alloy wheel, which from first impressions doesn't look too bad actually, does it? It looks okay. But when I do half of this, I'll do this half just here, you'll notice I'm spritzing it onto the tyre as well. Now, some people might say, well, you're putting that onto the brake disc, Alan. Surely if it's got wax in it, that's not going to be good. Absolutely fine. Now remember, no hard work. Hard work is counterproductive. Now, barring there's scratches here, and you'll see the dirt in there, of course, it's not going to be able to take away the marks. Obviously, those curb marks happened when somebody else was driving my car.
Wouldn't be you, would it? Wouldn't be you.
Couldn't possibly be me, no. But this is it. This is as hard as you need to work, okay? Really, really simply. Now, I'm going to show you something quite amazing in a second as well. So now I get my second microfiber cloth to do the buffing. Now just look at the shine, look at the treatment of this, how amazing it turns out.
It is so satisfying.
Brilliant, isn't it? Now that's that done. I'm doing half, okay, so I've cleaned half the tyre, but now I'm going to bring in the tyre shine. So what we do is turn it to the on position and then just bring some through like so, and then literally put a bit onto your tire like so. Get one of your microfiber cloths. I'm going to choose a different one this time. And now I'm going to...
And you get half a litre of your tyre product. But look, it gives it that kind of liquid rubber look. It's going to help to protect against UV damage too.
Now, let me tell you something as well. You often see when you go to, and I'm not saying all of them, please don't think I'm saying all of them, but that is one hell of a result. When you go to the people who do it by hand, sometimes the stuff that they dip their paintbrush in to do your tyre can, and I'll stress that, have an acid in it that gets onto your wheels and will actually break through the lacquer on your wheels.
Didn't realise that.
But we're making sure we're protected here. But that's a beautiful before and after just there.
I love the fact that this bundle has something for every area of the car, but actually your hero product is so versatile on its own, isn't it, Alan?
Yeah, it really is. So every single part of the car, let's forget about the rest of the stuff for a minute. If you look at this here, the 2 1 litres of the waterless wash wax, that will do every single part of the outside of your car. Every single part of it, okay? The only caveat thing we say is you may not want to use it on your windscreen because you may get a glare in a low sun. But I use it on mine. I've never had a problem, just to say to you, okay? So you get 2 of these. Each of these will wash an average size car between 4 and 6 times. It's called a 5, so that's 10. Polish, clean, polish and protect, okay? Every single part, chrome, plastics, rubber, glass, paintwork, you name it, it will do it, okay? Now next then we have this cleaner here for inside. So this is leather and fabric, okay? So not just leather, not just fabric, both of them. We give it the rain guard, which genuinely I launched this at £17.99 just for this.
Just for that?
Just for that, and it is genuinely worth it. It is nanotechnology in this. It is fantastic. This you put on your windscreen. You can put on your other windows too. The water beads away. It doesn't allow shower screens, things like that. It doesn't allow the water to sit there. It runs away. Then we also give you the tire dressing, which is just here. This is for dressing your tires to give you that high shine, which is gorgeous. And then your cockpit shine as well for inside of your car, around your instrument pinnacle, your gear change, around the, that. You can use on all the plastics, the door cards, all those types of things. And then to start you off, we give you 4 of those microfiber cloths. These products have been made to be used with a microfiber cloth. Please don't use it with other cloths and then think it's rubbish. It's not. Use it with a microfiber cloth. They are brilliant. I would suggest to you get some more, but make sure you get some really good microfiber cloths as well to go with that. A sensational bundle for 20 quid for it. A sensational quality. Please don't think for a minute that these are substandard. These are ones that came out of the factory bad or they're seconds in any way. They're absolutely not. These are top of the range. I really mean that. These are incredible. You will be thrilled when you get them at home. I know you will.
And it's a special deal. It's only for 24 hours. That only will work if the stock lasts, because nearly half of our stock has already gone and there's more in your baskets as well. So if it's in your basket, do make sure that you check those baskets out. Don't want you to miss out. Remember, you can multi-buy. Alan, you were saying that we've got a good long shelf life. If that's
yeah,
the right
absolutely.
word.
Don't worry, get a couple of them, but also remember as well that if you're PayPal paying 3 if it's over 30 quid. So if you buy 3 or 4 of them, you can do that.
Yeah, and great Christmas gifts. Also, we were talking about Secret Santas earlier.
Yeah.
If you want to split them up. Now, if you are thinking about Christmas gifts for, well, I was going to say for the ladies, but actually it's a unisex range. It really is. MIE are with us. It's our best-selling skincare range, and they'll be with us tomorrow night. I'll be here with Richard Mears, so do please join us. Alan, I think you're back in 2 nights' time.
Yeah, Wednesday into Thursday morning.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you'll see Alan in a couple of days. You'll see me tomorrow. It's been great to have you company, and well done if you've got this into your basket. If it's in your basket, you haven't actually checked it out, please do. Don't miss out on this. It's the same thing that always happens after the show. It'll get really, really busy. If you want to carry on watching us, you can jump onto our Freeview channel, which is channel 89. But do make sure you come back tomorrow for more live. Thank you, Alan.
Cheers.
Bye.